choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Scooter's Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the...
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Well, greetings and salutations, and welcome to a Friday night as we are live from Desert Hills High School here on the Fan Sports Network. Region 9 football coming straight at you. All the preseason games are in the books, and that means crosstown rivalries can fire up starting tonight. 3 games all here in Washington County for your enjoyment. How about we've got this one for you. Desert Hills hosting Snow Canyon. We're going to get you all of the pregame festivities in just a few minutes. But the other 2 games coming up your way tonight, we'll have the live stream going from the Tigers Den out in H-Town. Hurricane Tigers hosting the Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. Last year, Hurricane made the playoffs, got a home playoff game and a win in that game, but they did not stack up well in the regular season to the ultimate 2-time state champ Crimson Cliffs Mustangs. They won that game 55-20. Caden Formaster, Paul Ratliff, and the crew will have the call on the live stream on the fansportsnetwork.com. And then, of course, we'll have eyes on a good one over at Pineview High School as the Panthers are 3-1 and the Flyers are 2-2. It's Dixie, it's Pineview. That game has a lot of history. How much history does that game have, you might ask? Well, I was talking with Jeff Richards, and he pulled this, I think, from George Felt. George Feltz does the Feltz Facts for the state of Utah. Pineview and Dixie, this is the 54th meeting between these two schools. The Panthers lead the all-time series 28-25, which has gone uninterrupted since 1983 when Pineview first opened. That was 42 years ago. They must have played 11 additional times in the postseason. So glad you're with us. Devin Dixon here. Region 9 Live, built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Think Bucks for all your lawn and garden, home, and auto needs. Think Bucks. They've got you covered with 3 Southern Utah locations. Also appreciate our friends at Honolulu Grill, Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Here we go, baby. Let's go. I'm all fired up for Region 9 play, and you should be too. And you found the right place tonight for the action. Tonight's game brought to you by the Stretch Slab, as well as Handel's Homemade Ice Cream and Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. We got some great sponsors bringing you tonight's coverage, getting you ready for kickoff here. All these 3 games, Dixie at Pineview, Crimson at Hurricane and Snow Canyon Desert Hills. They are a 7 o'clock kickoff. 7 o'clock, so we're counting it down. We're less than 25 minutes away from the kickoff on a beautiful 92-degree, beautiful Southern Utah September day. If you missed last week, if you're out of town or on vacation or up, hunting Bambi, we've got the recap from last week, the Region 9 recap with our good buddy Aaron Crane. We like to get you all caught up to speed before we get into tonight's games. There was some big-time performances last week, and here's Aaron Crane with all of the highlights as we wrapped up non-conference play.
I'm Aaron Crane, and this is your Region 9 recap. Over at Pineview, the Panthers hosted the Timpanogos Timberwolves. Let's send it to our Big O Tires fan cam as the Panther student section gets ready for the game. Kyle Richardson would get the ball and have a huge hole, and then he would cut it up the sideline and show off his jets as he would cruise into the end zone for the game's first score. And that will bring us to our AWP Play of the Week. And it was Richardson again getting the handoff, fighting off the Timberwolves defenders, and reversing the field, and making another defender miss as he would take it in for a 60-yard touchdown run. Timpanogos would finally show some life with this big pass play. Then it was the quarterback to find the end zone on the keeper. Then Levi Shaw would drop back and take a shot down the field and find Carter Buchanan for a 30-yard touchdown strike. And that will bring us to our Snow College Big Hit of the Week, as Richardson would get a huge block from Teneri Teo. Richardson wasn't done yet as he would get another huge run on the ground and cruise into the end zone untouched for his third touchdown of the game. The final score, Pineview 44, Timpanogos 20. Over at Crimson Cliffs, the Mustangs took on the Brighton Bengals. Van Daly would set the tone early with this tough run, which set up an 8-yard touchdown run by quarterback T. Andresen. Andresen would then connect with Jackson Holt to move the ball into the red zone. Then Andresen called his own number and danced 9 yards for the score. Crimson came right back with this 20-yard scoring strike to Holt in the corner of the end zone. Then Kate Shaw would take the sweep from 7 yards out and find pay dirt. Then Daly would cap off the game with this burst into the end zone. The final score, Crimson Cliffs 35, Brighton 29. Over at Grantsville, the Cowboys hosted the Hurricane Tigers. The final score, Grantsville 13, Hurricane 12. Up in Woods Cross, the Wildcats took on the Snow Canyon Warriors. The final score, Woods Cross 38, Snow Canyon 0. At Layton Christian, the Eagles hosted the Dixie Flyers. The final score, Dixie 34, Layton Christian 21. And over at Lehigh, the Pioneers took on the Desert Hills Thunder. The final score, Lehigh 42, Desert Hills 14. The Region 9 recap is brought to you by Whipple Service Champions, Stephen Wade Auto Center, Dealer Collision Center, AWP, Big O Tires, Snow College, Nets on Fire, The Rink, and The Rally Stop. For St. George News, I'm Aaron Crane.
All right, Region 9 recap brought to you in part by Roney's Mac Bar, now open in the Red Cliffs Mall. Build your Mac your way. It is oh so delicious. And by the Back 9 Golf, new location on River Road opens next month. Nothing boosts your game like a session or two at the Back 9. Now joining me here on Region 9 Live, Coach Rick Barry. He's going to be sticking around. We'll be calling the action in the Desert Hills Snow Canyon game, which we'll fire up pregame here in just a few minutes. But, Coach, I'm interested in your thoughts on the other two games tonight, starting with the 54th all-time meeting. They've been playing it every year since 1983. That is Pineview and Dixie.
Well, I think it's going to be a really good matchup, and it's going to be interesting. You know, we had Pineview last week, and even without Brock, they put up a lot of points. Richardson's a great running back. It's going to come down, I think, Devin, can Dixie stop the running game of Pineview? If they can, then they've got a chance in that game to do some good things. But I'll tell you what, he's impressive as a running back. I guarantee he might be one of the best in the region.
303 yards, 4 touchdowns for Kyle Richardson last week. He was our Findlay superstar of the game. But Timpanogos was not very good defensively. Dixie will have a better game plan tonight, mark my words.
Yeah, we had a hard time not saying a few things last week. They got beat by alignment. They were outflanked. They did some things that were, we were scratching our head of why are we not lining up and doing some different things. And you're not going to see that from Dixie this week. So I think it's going to be an evenly matched game. It'll be interesting to see if Brock does play.
My source is saying he's 80%. He wants to try to go tonight. So I'm hearing he's going to try to play. That's the word I'm getting. But until he suits up and goes, you don't know how good he's going to be.
And you know what, Devin? If he's not healthy, I think they'd make a big mistake by playing him.
Yeah.
There's a lot of season left. And we've talked about it over and over, the RPI. Don't worry about that.
But if
you got to beat everybody anyway, so don't worry about the RPI points.
But I'm loving the competitor. He wants to get out there. Missing one game senior year, that's tough on these kids.
Yeah.
Speaking of missing a game, Bristol Woods is back for Dixie. That'll give them a little boost on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, he's going to be a little bit rusty. Obviously, he's been out for quite some time, but he is. He's their best D lineman, and his leadership. You just can't replace that. So he's going to be a good addition. Again, it's going to come down to can they slow down the running game? Because if they can make Pineview a bit one-dimensional, even though, Coach Shaw and his son, they do a great job at slinging the ball around. They've got some receivers that will be back. You really want to make them one-dimensional so you can concentrate on that end of it. But when they open the holes like they did last week and can run the ball, then it makes that, play action and RPO so successful, it's really hard to defend.
It'll be fun to see what Levi Shaw does for Pineview and what Deacon Virgin can do for the Dixie Flyers tonight in that crosstown showdown. Again, 54th meeting. They played every year since 1983, and they played 11 times in the postseason. So Nolan Perry's Power Guide has that a 1-point line. So he's got basically a pick 'em in the power rating.
It's a pick 'em. And you know what? Coach Virgin's got the defense playing really well at Dixie. They're flying around. They're doing a nice job with what they've got over there. And
that was the big question mark for Pineview, and their defenses look better the last 2 weeks.
It has. They struggled early. Last week, again, they looked a whole lot better. But can they sustain that?
Yeah.
That's a question we've always said with Pineview going in. They're going to score some points. But can they stop people?
The other game I want to get your take on, this is a barometer game, in my opinion, for Jerry Cowan and the Hurricane Tigers. Last year during the regular season, Crimson hung 55 on them, beat them 55-20. Went on to win their second straight state championship and keep that Region 9 championship down here. The streak is alive. You know all about that streak. Going back to, I think, the 2013 season with local teams winning at 3A and 4A. And obviously Crimson's going for the 3P. But Hurricane feels like they've got a lot of guys back. They lost and didn't get a 2-point conversion last week at Grantsville, but they're in the Tigers' den tonight for that game.
Well, they started a little bit slow. You and I, kind of talked about that earlier, early on when they played Moapa and some of the other teams. I think they kind of went in there thinking, okay, we do have all of our kids back. They started a little bit slower. They came on. They rallied in the second half. Grantsville's a pretty good team. They're always tough to play. So it's going to be, I'm like you, it's going to be really interesting to see where they're at because the program has made a huge leap forward in the last year.
Yeah.
He's got them bought into the system. He's keeping kids in the boundaries, which I love. And so this will be a good barometer. And I said before, don't sleep on Hurricane this year. Now, does that mean they're going to win a lot of games? I don't know. But I do think they're going to be competitive, and they're not going to give up, and they're going to fight, and they will definitely be more competitive this year than they've ever been.
Again, a lot of people picked them as high as second in the media or coaches poll before the season. We'll find out a lot about the Tigers as they play Crimson tonight in the Tigers' den. All right, that's going to do it for our Region 9 Live pregame show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. Stop by this weekend if you need anything for the home, the yard, the barbecue grill. They got you covered with 3 Southern Utah locations. Think Bucks Ace Hardware. When we come back, we'll segue into our pregame show on this game tonight. The coach and I will have for you. It's the Desert Hills Thunder hosting the Snow Canyon Warriors Sport Court of Southern Utah pregame show. Fire it up when we come back.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
To To us, Pizza the Way It Ought to Be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group. We've got you covered.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks Ace stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you could still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, welcome back, everybody, here at Desert Hills High School on a Football Friday. Eventually, we'll get to Friday Night Lights. We got another about an hour of daylight here. Fans are starting to fill up the bleachers, and both teams are getting closer and closer to captains, and I'm sure Desert Hills is going to take the field in some grandiose fashion here at home. It's not homecoming or anything, but it is the Region 9 home opener. And, Coach, you've been in these games before. As a coach, you go back to when you were a player, there's a lot of excitement just to get the season going. Now you've got some games under your belt, and now we go for real. These crosstown rivalry games matter.
Well, you play the preseason to see where you're at and to get ready for this. Region play is the most important. I don't care about the RPI, anything else. Region is for bragging rights in the community. So region play, the kids are excited. They know what's on the line. A lot of excitement, a lot of enthusiasm. So this should be a great matchup.
Sport Court bringing you our pregame show. Sport Court of Southern Utah doing a $5,000 scholarship. Go to thefansn.com and make sure and check out sportcourtofsouthernutah.com to nominate your student athletes. Or you can give them a call for a free quote to see what they can turn your backyard into. 435-586-1282. Coach, who are you excited to see tonight for these two respective teams? We do have one big storyline. It will not be Max Brownstein starting tonight. It will be Gavin Young starting for Desert Hills at the quarterback position.
You know, I had the opportunity to talk to Coach Stevens before the game about that change. And they just felt that going with Young gave them a little bit more two-dimensional. that if it wasn't there, in the running game, that he can move. He moves in the pocket a little bit better. He can pull it, take off, and go, and yet he still throws a good ball. So they want to get a little bit more dimensional, and I think that's why you're seeing the change with Young at quarterback.
Yeah, Gavin Young, the numbers so far this year, 13 out of 25, 162 yards passing, averaging 12.5 a throw, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But in the RPO game, he's the better running back of the quarterbacks. Brownstein's more of a passer, plus he's a little bit banged up tonight. Says he's good to go, so Sam Stevens probably going to use him as the number 2/emergency quarterback if needed. But they're going with Gavin Young tonight. Let's make him our Finley Subaru Star Watch player tonight for Desert Hills. As for the Star Watch tonight for Snow Canyon, anybody you're excited to see tonight? Parker Olson. This is my first look and your first look at Parker Olson. I was just going to say the same
thing. For Parker Olson's the first time that we've seen him
live.
I know they made the change early in the year, putting him the quarterback. So for me, it's both quarterbacks, and everybody always talks about the quarterback, and it's true. As your quarterback goes, your offense goes. You can have a great defense, which you have to have in this region, but you've got to have a quarterback that can take control of the huddle, can make the big plays when you need them, and it's going to be interesting to see the two quarterbacks tonight.
So we're going QB1 and QB1 for each team. That's your Finley Subaru Star Watch. See the all-star lineup. Check out low rates as low as 0.9% interest on the Outback, 1.9 on the Crosstrek. Go take a test drive. See the all-star lineup at Finley Subaru or shop online finleysubaru.com. All right, captains have exchanged things. Our referee tonight is Gene Van Orden. Got a good crew here for this game. Warriors got the all-whites with the green and the Notre Dame-esque gold helmets. Thunder got a combo with the white bottoms and the black tops. Good-looking uniform scheme for tonight. Before we get too far, we're going to take a break. When we come back from the break, Coach's Keys to the Game, brought to you by House of Jump. And House of Jump, perfect for your kids' next birthday party. Go bounce around. They love you to come dunk, dodge. And they got a new arcade. They got a golf simulator. Really cool place to have the kids hang out for their next upcoming birthday party, or just a weekend of bouncing off the walls instead of bouncing off the walls in the living room at home. So quick timeout. When we come back, we're going to get you the keys to the game, final thoughts, and the kickoff. Region 9 football starts tonight. We've got it for you. Warriors at the Thunder coming up next on the Fan Sports Network, presented by the Boulevard.
Bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to House of Jump, where gravity meets excitement. Jump, dunk, and dodge your way into a world of laughter and adrenaline. Whether you're a high-flying pro or just looking to defy gravity, House of Jump is where the thrill begins. Elevate your fun, slam dunk like a champion, and dodge obstacles with style. House of Jump is where every moment is a soaring adventure. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to our house, the House of Jump, or purchase Jump Time online at houseofjump.com.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course, inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in Southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business.
Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread. We provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
And we welcome you back here. Great rendition from one of the students here of our national anthem, a little tribute to 9/11. Obviously, it's been a kind of a whirlwind in the world and in the state of Utah with some tragedy, and it's nice, Coach, and at least for me, to focus in on a football game, something we really enjoy tonight.
I think sports brings the community back together, and it gives us a distraction of what's gone on. So excitement, there's a lot of people in the stands, and it's something I think we need, especially in the state of Utah right now.
Tonight's game brought to you by the Boulevard, making your house more of a home for 50 years. Appreciate our friends at Sport Court of Southern Utah. Don't forget, if you've got a student athlete that's a senior this year, the nomination is open on the fansportsnetwork.com as well as sportcourtofsouthernutah.com. And you have to have a 3.0 GPA and play at least one high school sport and be involved in your school. Send us why you are deserving of a $5,000 scholarship from our friends at Sport Court of Southern Utah. And check out what they can do with multi-purpose courts in your backyard. We are getting ready here for the game. Final thoughts from the coaches. Coaches' comments brought to you by Coral Canyon Golf Course. What else did the coaches say to you prior to kickoff, Coach?
Well, I think you're going to see both programs try to establish the run. I think both feel very strong that that's their strong suit right now from an offensive standpoint, and I think both teams know that. So it's going to be interesting from a defensive standpoint of how they're going to try to make the other a little bit one-dimensional. You got two young quarterbacks, but you got a couple really good running backs. So I think it's going to be who can throw the ball a little bit better and be two-dimensional instead of just one-dimensional.
All right, kickoff is a low line drive, returnable from about the 5-yard line out across the 20 near the 25-yard line, and we will see Parker Olson for the first time. Any other keys to the game brought to you by House of Jump? Anything else that's going to be important for both these teams tonight?
Well, Snow Canyon, talking to Coach Epson, he said, you know what, they played a very, very good Woodcross team last week, and he said we didn't realize how big they were. We said we're a little dinged up. So we got to have some of the younger guys that are inexperienced come up and step up. So I think the key are those young guys ready for the moment in region play.
Here comes Parker Olson, dual threat guy, doing well, top rusher, 72 yards a game, and obviously the quarterback. They moved Brody Lounsbury to a running back offensive position, and then obviously they can use him more on defense so he can play a little bit on both sides of the football. But we start this game off with a procedure penalty against the Snow Canyon Warriors. Kelly's kind of been the leader on the defense, averaging almost 7 tackles a game for Snow Canyon, and Trayvon has been great as well. Beathers has been their leading receiver. Cale Esplin and Lounsbury have kind of split the running back duties. Handoff outside, and a hit comes, and they'll get back that 5 yards. It's a gain of about 8 out to the 27-yard line, nearly the 28-yard line. That was Beathers, I believe, that ended up with that football.
Well, they got the boundary area DN sealed, where he was able to get the corner. So nice pickup on their first down.
Beathers, junior, 6 foot. He'll come into the slot, make it twins to the near side, twins to the far side. And Parker Olson will hand it off to Lounsbury. Lounsbury starts up the middle now, break to the outside. Trying to bounce it, and he's tackled down low. Pretty good tackle around the ankles by Boston Bundy to limit that to a gain of about 3, and it's going to be 3rd down and 3, Coach.
Yeah, they're lucky it wasn't for a little bit more. They brought the pressure. Bo Meredith came on the outside blitz. He ran away from that, and he was able to pick up a few yards and good shoestring tackle to prevent that first down.
Watch out for Isaiah Thompson. Cale Esplin, some of the receivers, as they'll go 5 receivers, nobody back in the backfield. They'll check it down. It's caught. And it's going to be Lounsbury. Where did he step out of bounds? Out across the 36. That's enough for a fabulous Freddy's.
First down. And I think that's huge, Devin, to get your young quarterback that first completion, to get that first down in the first drive. That just builds confidence for him that, hey, we can throw the ball as well as run at the ball.
Moments into this game, 10:36 on the first quarter, Nets on fire clock, no score, opening drive. Lounsbury again off left tackle, fighting for yardage, pushing forward, out to the 41, maybe a gain of 4. Didn't look like there was much there, but at the end of the day, pretty nice pickup.
Yeah, he kept moving his feet and pushed the pile, and that big offensive line got behind him and helped him gain a few extra yards.
Going to be busy. We'll keep you updated on the other scores on our Flynn Company's Region 9 update scoreboard. Pineview Dixie, Crimson at Hurricane tonight, plus some of the other signature games in 4A and from across the state in other classifications. Thunder Show Blitz. They come right up the middle. Olson hit as he throws, and it's a high pass over the top of Isaiah Thompson. It's incomplete. But good awareness to get rid of that football.
Yeah, it was. Thunder came with an inside blitz. They brought both inside linebackers. They just outnumbered the offensive line, and he had to throw it and get it up there in a hurry.
Took a shot, but got right back up. It'll be 3rd down. Warriors at their own 41. Got to get it out to the 47. Here's the 3rd down snap. 4 receivers running routes. Little scissor action, and ball is caught. Completed to Milo Ince. Flag flies right about the same time as he was catching that football, and we await the flag.
It may be a little bit of a pick on that they.
Let's take another look.
Let's see what they call.
He did run a slant there in front of him, but I didn't see a lot of contact. But they are backing the Warriors up. Take another look at that replay. Coach going to the telestrator here.
Well, you see, as he's running here and coming across here, I think they're getting him for a little bit of a pick route.
Little rub route.
Yeah, and you really don't see that too often. Especially in the high school end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what they called. They called offensive pass interference, and that's going to back the Warriors up inside their own 30, back down to the 26-yard line. Well, probably the 27-yard line is where they'll officially spot this football. And it's going to be 3rd and 20 now.
3rd and 20. And, that's a tough call right there, for receiver running a little bit of a post and rubbing off of that. You try to come behind him, and if you try to pick off that you're going to get that call.
A little receiver screen, and it's defended nicely. Coming in, making that stop was Lincoln Hilliard, and he went low and clipped out the ankles there of Fa Soaki, and it's going to be 4th and long, and the punt unit on for the Warriors.
Yeah, really nice read by your corner outside there. Hilliard read that bubble screen, saw that develop, and made the play here.
That's his guy the whole way, man to man.
Well, and if you don't read it quick enough, you're going to get picked by that blindside block that's coming off that outside. He just read it in a hurry and got there before the blocker that offensive line could get to him.
So Warriors had a little momentum there, and then Desert Hills shuts it down with a little help on that penalty, and now a high punt takes a nice fortuitous bounce down to the 25-yard line. And that's where Gavin Young will come in and orchestrate this offense. Gavin Young was the receiver. He was a starting wide receiver, but he's an athlete. They've moved him over to quarterback and got a really good running back in the backfield with him with Isaac Andresen, one of the more talented running backs in Region 9, if you ask me. We saw him back in Week 1. I was very impressed with Andresen. 84 carries already in the preseason, 371 yards. So he's averaging 92 a game, 3 rushing touchdowns. And they'll go on the ground to Andresen. He'll pick up 3 out across the 28.
Well, and like we talked about earlier, Devin, they're going to try to establish that running game. Desert Hills is very big up front. They got a lot of size. They think they can control that line of scrimmage from the offensive side. So I think you're going to see them really try to pound the ball a little bit and then go into the play action from there.
Opening drive offensively here for the Thunder. Brett Heiner out wide. They'll run it straight ahead to Andresen. Andresen off right tackle, a gain of 2. And it'll be 3rd down and 5 from the 30-yard line.
They came out in a little bit of a bunch formation to the boundary where you have 3 receivers all right there tight and ran right behind that. Snow Canyon did a nice job of their backers flowing to the ball carrier. So big 3rd down here, 3rd and 4.
Bringing in Kai Moore, the sophomore tight end, a late addition onto the lineup. And somebody's going to have to come off the field, and it will be Coy Duckett that will exit to the Thunder sideline. So 3rd down, RPO right up the middle. Andresen fighting for yardage out across the 35, and he got a fabulous Freddy's 1st down. A 5-yard gain, and that'll move the chains.
Well, and again, that comes from second effort. He's hit probably about a yard past the line of scrimmage, put his head down, kept his feet going, and he picked up the 1st down.
Tonight's game brought to you by Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. They got student specials from 11 to 3, delicious lunch and dinner. Go try it today, and make sure you follow on their socials at Kabuto Utah for giveaways and special offers. Under 7 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Looking to throw Young, his receiver on just a little flat route, and then good push by the receiver, Antonea Taunafa. Yeah, man, he was almost like a stiff arm rolling down the sideline getting yak yards.
Well, and he's an athlete. I think the last couple of weeks they've said there's a couple things we really need to do, and one of them is get the ball in his hands because he can make plays after the catch.
So Taunafa there with a good reception, going to take it into Warrior territory. They'll mark it at the 47, 1st and 10 for D Hills. Bunch twins. They'll inside trap it. Andresen has a little crease, falls forward down to the 41-yard line. Another 5-yard pickup on the ground.
Well, they come out with the same formation, that bunch, hoping that Snow Canyon will think they're running to the bunch side, and then they come back across and pull those front guys to the back side and run a little bit of a cross route there.
6:20 on the Nets on fire, first quarter clock. Figured this game might move quicker than maybe Pineview-Dixie or even Hurricane Crimson just because of how much these two teams like to run the football.
Yeah, they both want to, and that keeps that clock going. And you know what? Sometimes from an offensive standpoint, you want to shorten the game. You know, if you feel like I've got a young quarterback inexperience, let's run the ball, get first downs, and let's shorten that game.
Andresen moves from the left to the right. They'll hand to Andresen. He has a blitzer coming into the backfield, so he has to change course and go behind the right guard. He did get a yard, and that was it. Let's see, was that number 29 coming in there for the Snow Canyon Warriors, I believe, on the tackle?
That, number 55, Will Fisher.
Helping out, too?
Helping out, too. And I got to give a shout-out to Will, neighbor of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Does he come over and you feed him? He looks like he's a pretty big, strong kid.
I don't need to feed him. Look at him. He's a big kid.
4-man front, 4-3 defensive look. Gavin Young going to throw it. Just a quick swing route. High catch, but he had to go to the ground to make the catch, so he's going to gain a yard to the 40, and that was it. It's going to be 4th down and 3. If he can stay on his feet there, Coach, I think he's got plenty of room.
He's got another 5 or 6 yards past that if the throw's down where he doesn't have to jump up, on that. I think it's 4-down territory. As you can see out here, he's got a lot of wide open space here.
Yeah.
If he can make that catch, he's well past the sticks.
You're right. That's just a little bit high throw.
Hey, I love my new telestrator.
I know.
This is fun.
They're going for it from their own, from the Warrior 40 in Warrior territory. Young out of the shotgun. They'll put a man in motion. That is Duckett. They'll throw it to Duckett. It's batted down, and it's almost intercepted. Beautiful defensive play there by Riker Terry, who tipped it and then almost picked it. And that will be a turnover on downs, and both teams' defenses have got off the field on the opening possession for opposing offenses.
So, again, another great play on the outside. As you can see here, again, they just ran the same play, but on the opposite side because they saw it was open. Coach Stevens saw that. Again, if he could have got that pass over the top, there's big yardage, but a great defensive play by Snow Canyon.
You almost want to see maybe a run block there to drive into because they got a good push that drove, that left side of that line, that left guard, left tackle back into that passing lane there. And I couldn't tell if they sent an extra rusher or not. It's a fly sweep, and Beathers gets popped. Oh, that is a dealer collision, big hit. Zachary Darger coming up with the stick.
I love to see a safety like that read the play and come up and hit like that. A lot of times at this level, you'll see safety sitting back. They don't get a read and don't support that run as much. I mean, that's a great play by their free safety.
From minor collision to major accidents, your choice for repairs is Dealer Collision Center in St. George and a location in Cedar City. 2nd down and 11 after the TFL for Darger. They'll run it on the ground. And tackle made after a short gain by Lounsbury. He'll pick up 4, and it'll be 3rd down and 7. Ball at the Warriors' 43-yard line. The money down, and if you're going to be a running team, you got to be able to keep drives alive.
Well, you got to be able to throw the ball occasionally. You're setting up for that play action, but when it's 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 9, you're not going to get that play action. You're going to have to complete some things down the field.
Man in motion. Olsen's going to throw. Junior quarterback taking a shot. One-on-one. Has his man behind the defense. It's caught. It is caught by Cameron Hill into the end zone. Touchdown, Snow Canyon Warriors. That is a beautiful 58-yard touchdown on 3rd down.
Well, it's a great read. He scanned. He went from 1 to 2 to 3 and had a progression. If you'll see this, he actually is looking here, sees this one-on-one coverage, lets it go, gets plenty of air in that, and he's off to the races.
Beautiful throw. I can see why they like Parker Olsen. He dropped in a dime onto the hands of Cam Hill. 58 yards, and the Warriors have taken the lead. Here's your best friends, Kanab, Utah. Extra point. It's up, and it is good. We'll take the break here on the Fan Sports Network on the Wilkinson scoreboard. 3:01 left first quarter. 7-0 Warriors over the Thunder.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the quarter field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Sorry, we're back. Sorry.
That's my bad. Welcome back, everybody. 7-0. Snow Canyon, 58-yard strike. Olsen to Hill, and pretty good job by the junior quarterback finding the mismatch and dropping in a perfect throw.
Well, a perfect read on his part. He saw that there was man-to-man on the outside coverage, and he thought, you know what, I'm going to take a shot. And if you have man-to-man, worst-case scenario, it's a 50-50 ball. But he got behind the defender, great throw, and there's your first score.
Kickoff. And good one off Ammon Allred, the Region 9 golf medalist from Wednesday at Green Springs. Ammon Olsen shot 2 under. He's your winner. First win he's had in Region 9 this season, and there was only him and one other person under par the whole day at Green Springs.
Another neighbor of mine. I would like to say
you taught him everything he knew.
I taught him, but I probably taught him everything you don't do on the golf course.
How about that, though? Kicks, got to be getting his kicks in, but still time to win a golf tournament with as many talented Region 9 golfers. He's had a busy summer playing golf all over the country. Only kid I know of right now in the region playing 2 sports in the same fall season.
Yeah, he's been all over. He's traveled a lot and done well, and he's a competitor.
Screen on Drayson, fighting and still fighting, and finally going to be brought down about the 32-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of 6. And you can see what they want to do here early, Coach, with Gavin Young. They want to kind of get him in a rhythm. They're trying to get that short passing game, which is like the extension of the run.
The best thing you can do with a young quarterback, especially a first start, short routes. Get that confidence build up. Get those swing passes. Get the screen passes, the bubble screens. All of those help him settle down and get into a rhythm.
Already 4 out of 6 in this game. He only came in just a little over 50%, so they're trying to get that percentage up. He's going to throw another underneath route. Caught. And good catch by Tuefa, and that'll be right at the sticks, and I think it's going to be enough for a first down. Yes, it's a Fabulous Freddy's first down. Did you know Fabulous Freddy's has a new hybrid tunnel where you can choose brushless or touchless? Starting next Monday, that will be available both the River Road and Bluff Street Fabulous Freddy's.
There today, and got a great detail. You love Fabulous Freddy's.
Yep. Got to get Ike's Sandwich Shop inside that Bluff Street location, too.
Brad eats plenty of those.
First and 10 Thunder. And on Drayson, good little speed burst through the hole into the second level, out to the 45. That's a gain of 9. And they're going right behind big Preston Vandermeide. And when I say big, I do mean big. 6'6", probably pushing 3 bills.
Desert Hills' offensive line is very stout. I mean, they've got some big kids, young kids that are going to be in the program for a couple years to come. They're inexperienced, but gaining a lot of experience with especially the preseason that they played.
Actually, they've moved some things around. Owen Clausen is playing left tackle. Vandermeide's playing right tackle on this series, so that was behind Owen Clausen, so my mistake. And quick pass over the middle, incomplete, led him too far.
Well, and that's what I said earlier. They're going to establish that run, and then hopefully that RPO, they try to get Brock Stuckey on a little bit of a slant there, just overthrew him. That will be open, especially third and fourth quarter if this stays a tight game, because I think you're going to see Snow Canyon start to creep up and get more people in the box like they have.
So 3rd and 1. Young, handoff. Andresen has the first down, gain of 2, out to the 47-yard line, and that'll be a fresh set of downs for the Thunder. Tonight's game brought to you by Appliance Wholesalers Plus. It's easier than you think to buy direct and save from AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. Stay tuned. Later in the game, we'll name the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game. Young puts a man in motion, And they'll run jet sweep to him, and tackled behind the line of scrimmage, will fall forward right to the line of scrimmage. Really well defended there by SC. And again, coming up on that stop, number 18, Milo Entz.
Yeah, he read that. That's fly sweep. It's kind of been a staple, I think, in Region 9 play. You see that a lot. That kind of came from Coach Monkers at Dixie, where that's a staple, running play of his. Other coaches have adapted that, and I think you see that quite a bit. But you see variations of it. They'll fake that, and they'll run a counter on the backside and see if that backer's going to stay home.
5 seconds. They don't have to snap this before the end of the quarter. 2 seconds. That's going to do it for the first quarter. So we played the first quarter. Snow Cam will take the 7-0 lead into quarter number 2. It'll be 2nd down and 10 when we come back on the Fan Sports Network. It's your Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Aloha, sports fans. It's Boo and Nick from Honolulu Grill.
Come get a taste of the islands. Try our famous Kalua pork or tender teriyaki chicken, and you'll love our mac salad and sweet sauce on your rice.
Don't forget to try our original Kava 8 at Honolulu Grill. It's game time.
Game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Finley Subaru, House of Junk, Bucks Ace Hardware, and City of St. George Recreation.
Gosh, I can't hold on.
Hey, Coach is dropping stuff in the booth as we welcome you back. Devin Dixon, Rick Berry, Dusty Allen, our producer, Kenyon Dickinson, our camera operator tonight. Glad you're with us here on the Fan Sports Network or watching on YouTube or KSLSports.com. Rick was up north this weekend. You went to that BYU Stanford game, didn't you?
Went to BYU Stanford defense. I texted Jay Hill afterwards and said, dude, you guys are playing unbelievable. He's done a great job there. A good friend of mine. And offensively, they got some question marks. So they got to work a few things out.
Andresen, first play of the second quarter, going to get a nice push off the right side all the way down to the Warrior 45-yard line. That'll be pickup of 8 yards, and it will be 3rd and 2. Yeah, no explosive plays. Probably haven't opened up the whole playbook for Bear Bachmeier yet.
You're going to have to be patient. He's a
idle
true
week this
freshman.
week. Well, they got a bye week, so they can maybe install some more stuff.
Yeah, their big offensive line has to do a better job and give him a little bit more time. The thing I noticed, he locks into his pre-read and that number 1, and he does not progress really well right now to 2 and 3. And part of it is, hey, the speed. You go from high school to college, and that speed of the game just really picks up.
Of course, Utah's got Wyoming. We'll have our next broadcast tomorrow, Utah Tech, tomorrow afternoon at the Idaho Vandals. Here comes Gavin Young, and Gavin Young is going to get down the numbers, a nice little move, and that's going to be a big gain on 3rd and 1. He's going to pick up almost 14 down to the 30, and they're knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate red zone.
And this is what Coach Stevens talked about, earlier to me, of this, having a quarterback now. That's the reason we made the change, that's got a little bit more two-dimensional, that can run the ball.
Yeah, he's quick. Shows you a little burst. Nice pop there. Now they'll go 4-receiver set. Ball on the near hash. 4-receiver diamond formation. Young's going to go RPO quarterback design draw, and that was sniffed out. Not much there. Maybe got a yard. Nice job by number 52, Jalen Felipe, there to get the stop.
And another one of Felipe's. We've seen a few of those through Snow Canyon's program and have done a nice job over the years.
No, I remember, was it 2 years ago? It must have been his younger brother was a pretty
big
good
offensive lineman.
Interior lineman, yeah. 2nd down and 9, only a pickup of 1. Trips now. Andresen is back in the backfield, left side of Gavin Young, Thunder quarterback, lefty southpaw, going to look to throw all day. Now he's going to tuck and run. And Trayvon had a chance at him. He slithered back to the inside, got down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. That is another fabulous Freddy's.
First down. One of the things as a young quarterback, he gets a little bit too anxious, because if you watch Brock Stuckey on this here, you can't see at the end of it. Brock's got a wide open spot right here. And he pulled it a little bit too soon for the run, but he makes a good run on it. But I'd like to see him not get too anxious back there in the pocket and get a little bit of
keep his
happy
eyes
feet,
downfield a little longer, maybe. But hey, he did move the chains there, and it is another first down into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. 7-0 Warriors have the lead. They'll set up a design screen. That's a backwards pass, I believe, and they're going to lose like 6-7 yards if they rule it backwards.
Boy, I think they missed that one because that definitely was a backwards pass.
Take a look. The line of scrimmage is where? It's about the 19.
It's right here, and the pass is right here. So it's about 3 yards behind of where it was. So fortunate that that ball went out of bounds and didn't stay in there.
The forward doesn't have to get back to the line of scrimmage, but it's got to be forward to the receiver. And I don't know if he got enough width there and was bubbled out long enough to really get going forward. That was close to being a mistake. If they get away with it and just lose the down. So 2nd down and 10. Young's going to bootleg, design rollout, looking to throw. Gets a good block from Andresen. Nobody open. He checks it down to the underneath receiver. I think he made a catch on the far side for a minimal game of 3 maybe.
Good job by Snow Canyon's defensive on that linebacker, stringing that out and not letting him get to the edge there.
9 minutes and 8 seconds left here in the second quarter. Tonight's game brought to you by Everbowl. Everbowl has acai bowls, smoothies packed with superfoods to fuel your day before, during, after the game. You can even DoorDash it. Everbowl. That's where St. George gets their superfood fix. Young has Andresen in the backfield. It's a 4-receiver set, trips to the far side. He's going to roll that way again. Here comes the pressure, throwing on the run into the end zone, and it's incomplete, overshot. Elijah Cummings, his intended receiver, who was 4 or 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, double cover there. They had a safety over the top with the corner underneath. So really not a window for him to get to. Just he had to get rid of it before the pressure came. So they'll line up now for about a 36-yard field goal attempt.
Yep. Kicker, number 6, Hayden Porter. He's a senior, back from last year's team, gives you a little bit of experience. Made one to win it in the season opener.
I saw
It's
him
a team
warming
from
up,
Vegas.
and he's got plenty of leg for this.
The snap, the hold, good. The kick is low, and it is pulled way left. No good. Miss-hit it.
That looked like one of my shots at Mountain Dell this week.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh. In the trees.
Uh-oh. It must have been in the 80s then, Coach. 75, 80?
I tell you what, we played Mountain Dell. You know, some of those rounds you hit the ball well, others you do not. We played my son and my brother, and I shot a 75, which is, for me, I'll take that any day.
I will,
and
too.
I haven't played Mountain Dell for a long, long time, so we really had a lot of fun. Then we went to Hobble Creek after. Haven't played Hobble Creek in 40 years.
I played that course. That's a fun course. I've never played Mountain Dell. I've walked it with my...
Oh, you got to play Mountain Dell.
I need to.
It's a fun course.
Get some blind shots on that course? A couple blind shots?
Couple blind shots up in the canyon.
They'll run it. Lounsbury tripped up and drugged down. Not much there. Coming in there was Lucas Guandarama with the tackle, junior linebacker. Second down. Pickup of, we'll give him 2 on that one. Haven't been able to get an explosive play other than that touchdown in the entire game. That was a 58-yarder. Olsen to Cameron Hill. They're going to quick swing it to Lounsbury. Lounsbury, nothing there. Nothing there.
He actually lost 2 or 3 yards on that. You know, it's interesting, Snow Canyon, if you look at, other than the Woods Cross game, you know, they put some points on the board and they opened the playbook. Seems like everybody's a little tight tonight. The playbook's not open. We're establishing the run, which we thought they would. But somewhere along the line, you got to go downfield and you got to stretch the defense a little bit.
No, probably right here because it's 3rd and 10. Unless they think maybe a blitz coming and they want to try a screen. They rushed 4 late, but that is deflected at the line of scrimmage as Olsen was trying to fire it. Looked like a couple routes to the sticks, and it's batted down, and the punt unit's going to come on for SC. I couldn't tell who got a mid on it.
Yeah, I think it was number 39, Colton Hopper, that got his paw up there, a little defensive end.
Isaiah Thompson is the kicker.
But I come back to this, Devin. you've got to go downfield and you got to open things up before it's 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10, we know we got to throw, or you're looking at two things. I want to take away the slip screen or any small screen play like that, but then I've got to take away the downfield. You've got to, in your first or second down, go downfield.
Oh, he bobbled the punt. Snow Canyon's going to jump on it. That is a turnover. A huge miscue by the Thunder special teams punt return team. And Snow Canyon's going to get the ball in Thunder territory.
And it looked like number 1, Brett Feathers, with the recovery there.
It looked like it got up on the pads. He kind of started to charge it, and then it got up around the face mask area. And Darger could not handle that punt. And he was frustrated with himself there, Coach.
Yeah, big turnover. And, always one of the keys of the game is the turnover margin. If you can win the turnover margin, typically you're going to win the game.
So Darger with the turnover there, and 1st and 10, and the offense will take the break. Here comes the Warriors 7-0. They have the lead and in Thunder territory. Designed quarterback draw, but they blow the play dead. And looks like we're going to have some movement. And it is a false start against Snow Canyon. So, back them up 5. Warriors with that 7-point lead will break the huddle. I like the white unis for SC tonight with the gold helmets. Those are clean looking.
I think white on white always looks. Hey, the Packers last night.
Yeah, that white at home. Yeah.
White helmet. It looks sharp.
Green Bay looks plain sharp. Olsen going to get that lost yardage back, plus a couple more. It's going to be a pickup of 7 down inside the 47-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. A couple games in college tonight, but most of the big games tomorrow. I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow. Georgia, Tennessee. LSU.
Yeah, there's some really good games on tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think Parker Olsen was ready for that snap.
He was still motioning to his slot receiver to come, and I think the center thought he was motioning to him, and it was a surprise snap.
Back them up 5 more. And you expect a few mistakes in the preseason, but you don't like mistakes in Week 4, Week 5 now of region play, starting up, and Week 5 overall.
No, you hope to get all those, especially the legal procedure or the offsides, those small little infractions like that, you hope to have cleaned up by the time you get in region play.
They'll play action, throw it, and Hill can't handle it. It looked like it was right into the midsection there and just popped right back out for Cam Hill. That is a drop.
Yeah, a good read. It looked like a good throw, just hit him in the wrong place.
And that's frustrating a little bit there for Parker Olsen because he put a pretty good ball on there.
Well, and that's the plays you need. It was 2nd down, and you're throwing at least an 8-yard route, and you need those plays.
Third and 13, we'll call it here. Olsen's got some time, taking a shot down the field at the sticks and caught. Now he had to come back. Thompson had to come back to make the catch a yard in front of the sticks and then was tackled immediately. But it's going to be 4th and short where now the Warriors can go.
Yeah, it's 4-down territory. But a great ball right there, Devin. I mean, if you watch this as he comes back to that ball is on a rope. Definitely a good throw. I think the best throw I've seen from him tonight, even including the long bomb.
And a good spot there to be short. He was clearly short. Officials right on top of it. So 4th down and a short 2. Twins to the far sideline. Ball's on the far hash. And they're going to fumble the ball. Olsen tried to run an RPO. He mishandled it in the backfield. The ball shot forward, and Desert Hills is recovered. Either way, it's a turnover. Turnover on downs or a turnover. This is going to be ruled a fumble recovered by the defense.
Well, again, turnovers are going to play a big part of this game tonight. Good defensive stand by the Thunder. Something they needed. They didn't want to get behind 14-0 before halftime. Now this gives them an opportunity with 5 minutes left to get down and get a score and tie this thing up.
Defense kind of ruled supreme here in the first half. We had one big play, and that's why Snow Canyon's got the 7-0 lead. Desert Hills going to give it to Andresen off the right tackle, running north and south out across the 45 to the 47-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of nearly 7. So, 84 degrees. Temperature's cooling down now.
It's a perfect night tonight for football.
Really is. Turf temp not too hot. Sun's starting to set. Lights
Friday
are
night's
coming
always
on.
a perfect night for football.
That's right. They'll swing past it. Caught by Andresen. Little stutter step. Cut back and nothing there. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and then he was swallowed up by a whole pack of Warriors.
Good pursuit by Snow Canyon's defense. There's 3 or 4 guys running to the ball. Making a good form tackle, so a great play by the defense.
Midway through quarter number 2. Tonight's game brought to you by our friends at Great Harvest Bread Company. Coming up at the half, we'll get scores from around the region, the state, and stats from this one. Young, quick pass over the middle and kind of in between 2 receivers, and it falls to the ground, and the punt unit's going to have to come on.
This is a little bit of inexperience here. He saw the blitz coming early. Snow Canyon brought 2 guys up the middle. They brought 2 linebackers. He saw that coming and got very anxious and got rid of that ball just a little bit too quick.
So 4th down and a long 3, and they're not going to go for it from their own 47. Porter back to punt. A couple of return men standing about the 15 for Snow Canyon. High snap, had to go back to get it, but got a foot into it. Going to be a short kick. It's going to take a sideways bounce and be down immediately at the 25.
Ball be down at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Snow Canyon. We want to remind all parents.
So, if you like defense, this is the game for you. 1 score in the game. Back in the first quarter on that Parker Olson 58-yard touchdown pass to Cameron Hill, and that is it. And after that turnover, Desert Hills quickly goes 3 and out. They had good field position, Coach. That's got to be a little bit frustrating. And Snow Canyon fans got to like the way their defense is competing right now.
Well, Snow Canyon's defense has been pretty good up until last week, and you can't put a barometer on that just for the fact that they played a very good Woods Cross 5A team. Other than that, they've played very well and continue to tonight.
Design quarterback run up the middle, and he'll get 2. Would you like to see Olsen show that ball high and actually go into a look like a passing motion and delay that a little bit more, or do you like the timing of that design QB draw?
I think the timing's off just a little bit, but again, you've got to stretch this defense a little bit, and I'd like to see on 1st down a little bit more vertical stuff that's going to make the defense a little bit more honest.
Olsen, play action, throw over the middle, and a tight window on a slant, and Beathers can't bring it in. Pretty good throw. Had to get it by the defensive end. Beathers got 2 hands on it, but could not bring it to the body.
Yeah, Cummings makes a pretty good play on this as you see him drive for the ball. The ball's right where it needs to, but a good defensive play by Cummings coming up and getting a hand in there.
3rd down here. 3:36 is all we have left before the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime report. Throwing the ball is Olsen. Now he steps up and lets it fly. It's caught underneath, short of the sticks, but the yak yards are there. Moving the chains with the Fabulous Freddy's 1st down was Porter Hutchings.
Well, what I really like to see on that play, he kept his eyes downfield. Pocket broke, and he, instead of panicking, as you can see, they starts to get pressure here. He comes up here, but he keeps his eyes open where he could have actually taken off, and then a great run after the catch here. But I like that he kept his eyes down the field and made that play.
1st and 10 Warriors. Oh, they're going to delay the swing pass. Actually, really could have been there if he puts a little more air under it, but it goes over the intended receiver's hands, out of play there, incomplete.
Yeah, a good design there. I think Snow Canyon has been flaring that out so much, and then he runs that a little bit of a almost like an out and up, but just a little bit overthrown there.
Yeah, it's a swing into a fade, and they're just trying to float it over the defensive end because there's been some tight windows with the D-ends, and they're trying to avoid that. And now a TFL, nothing doing, going to lose 3, maybe 4 yards, depending on the spot. Who got in there?
Oh, wow, three players, actually. It's a great job by
Colton Hopper, I think, was the first to get there.
Thunder defense on that absolutely read that play early. A big 5-yard loss. A great defensive play there by 3 or 4. Again, both defenses are dominating, Devin. It's kind of what we talked about earlier. I think both teams are a little bit conservative, both a little bit tight. First region game. Kept the ball on the ground, and the clock's really been running the most of the game.
7-0 Warriors, 3rd and long. Taking a shot, throws it up high, jump ball into triple coverage. It's intercepted. Intercepted by Desert Hills at the 25, or excuse me, at the 20. He'll run it out to the 23, and that's Darger. Zachary Darger, who muffed the punt, makes up for it with the interception.
Well, it's basically a punt, and I think that's probably what they looked at it because he was throwing into double and triple coverage. As you can see here, there's 3 defenders with 1 receiver. So I think he looked at it and said, you know what, we're going to take a shot. It's 3rd and long. If we have to punt, it's about where they're going to get the ball anyway.
I'm going to be doing music for the mini clip.
So Desert Hills now can go 2-minute drill with Gavin Young at the quarterback. They haven't scored here. They trail 7-0. Young will hand it off to Andresen, and he'll run it straight ahead and get it out to the 29-yard line, almost to 30. It's going to be a pickup of 6, and it'll be 2nd down and 4. Thunder go quick. But they can't go too quick because Gavin Young has to run over to the... I don't know why, Coach, but I think that's just such a waste of energy to me. They've ran Gavin Young over to one of the assistant coaches all night long. Are they scared somebody's going to steal the hand signs? I don't know.
I don't know, and it's hard on a 2-minute offense to be able to really pick the pace up if you're having to do that.
Rolling out, nothing there, throws it away, and it'll be 3rd down and 4. So Young, who rolled left all the way to the boundary, now will run all the way over. Look at the wristband here. He didn't come all the way to the sideline for this play. I don't mind that.
Well, they do have signs, and so I'm a little bit confused of why he's coming clear over as far as he is.
When you have a full play clock and you're not in a rush, fine. But 2-minute drill? Going to throw. Young taking a shot. Corner route, looking for Coy Duckett, overshot him, incomplete. It's going to be 4th down. And the punt unit will have to come on for Desert Hills, and the offense, aside from a couple Andresen runs, has been pretty much stuck in neutral, and Snow Canyon's been able to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah, another 3 and out, which it's not going to make, the offensive coaches at Desert Hills very happy, but it's making the defensive coaches at Snow Canyon very pleased with their defense.
Mike Esplin.
His new D coordinator, Zach, is doing a great job this year.
Yeah, I hear good things about Zach. I haven't met him yet, Coach, but I've heard
I met him
good
for
things.
the first time tonight.
Good.
Sharp, very sharp.
Returnable kick from the 34. Breaks a tackle. Still rolling out to the 45-yard line. Pretty decent return there by Easton Nowatzki. And Nowatzki and the Warriors, you're thinking, let's just not let us score. Instead, they have got the ball back so quickly. They've got 1:22 left on the second quarter clock where they can extend the lead potentially.
Yeah,
here.
with good field position at the 45. So it'll be interesting to see Coach Nowatzki, what he's going to dial up on this.
So, Warriors up 7-0 on the Wilkinson House of Lighting scoreboard. The only thing on that play, there was a penalty, so this is going to go against Desert Hills. So that's going to give Snow Canyon the ball in Thunder territory and even a shorter porch here. By the way, well, I'll hold that thought for halftime. I'm going to double check something. 1st and 10 Warriors. Ball at the 49. Right near that midfield stripe. They'll run it, delayed, waiting for a block, and Lounsbury breaks off the block and takes it for a gain of 5. He stopped and then broke off that backside here. There's a good patient run by Lounsbury. Right there. You can see, let that block develop, then goes and reads it. And that is able to get him really about 5 more yards. Shot down the field. Flags fly. It's incomplete. And we await the call. Pretty busy first half for our crew.
At it, number one, Brett looked like he was going to get behind the defender. The defender reached out and grabbed him. You're going to get a PI on the Thunder.
Take another look here on our Holbrook Asphalt replay. 54 seconds to go. And a fresh set of downs for the Warriors.
We'll come back to that as soon as we can get it.
Beathers is right there. Here's that replay. There's a run up the middle here on this play. Lounsbury breaks the tackle, spins off, and he's going to take it down inside the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, inside the 15-yard line. Warriors in business. 45 seconds on the first half clock.
Lounsbury with a nice timeout.
And timeout on the field brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. See how much Luke can save you today with a free quote on your auto, home, or life insurance. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. Back for the final 45 seconds. Warriors driving, already up 7-0 on Desert Hills.
Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Findlay Subaru, House of John, Buck's Ace Hardware, and City of St. George Recreation.
Welcome back here, our Boulevard Home game of the week. And it's going to be a design run by the quarterback, Parker Olson. Hit on the boundary, knocked out of bounds after a gain of a couple down inside the 10.
So it looks like 2nd and 7 coming up with about 39 seconds left. It's going to be a big defensive stand here for the Thunder if they can keep them out of the end zone and a field goal attempt. But if they get into the end zone and it's 14-0 at halftime, I think it's going to be a little bit of a battle for the Thunder on the second half.
And it's off left tackle, pushing ahead. Tackle made after a 4-yard gain by Taufa, Charles Jacob Taufa.
Boy, and the clock's still going. There we go. Finally, Snow Canyon's got the second timeout.
Beathers was the ball carrier, and 26.9 left here in the first half. They're going to add a little bit of time, 28.2, so they're going to add a second and a half back onto the clock. Again, we'll give you a deep dive on the scoreboard right now. Seeing Pineview up on Dixie 14-7. Keep an eye on that for you. That's the 54th meeting between those two teams. Our score updates brought to you by Flynn Companies. Brock Harris already a 15 and a 56-yard touchdown reception.
So he is playing.
He's back. He's back. Troy Malafu has a rushing touchdown for the Flyers, so we'll keep you updated on that. And the Warriors now 3rd down. Two down territory unless they want to get the field goal unit out. 3rd and 3. Olson, junior quarterback. Going to take a shot high, back shoulder. Thompson got it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete. He didn't get a foot in bounds.
He threw that ball where only his receiver could get it. It looked like he just As you can see here, the backside of that end zone. Oh, I don't know, Devin. If he had control, that first foot was in.
Yeah, pretty good replay for us.
Yeah, I'd like to take another look at that.
Can we see that one more time after the field goal? Oh, well, let's take a look. Puts a lot of air under it. Where does he secure the ball?
That's where the question is.
There, one hand.
That foot there.
Might be out. That right foot might have been on the whites, all I can guess. And that second foot. Ammon all red, and the field goal is up, and it is good. It's 10-0 Snow Canyon, but they do get points with just 22 seconds left in the second quarter. Ammon already connects on that field goal.
Well, and that's a big stop for Desert Hills to not let them into the end zone. It's a manageable for the second half. They've got the ball coming back out. They got to regroup at halftime and figure out offensively how they can sustain some drives and put some points on the board.
So Snow Canyon adds a field goal, 22 seconds left in the first half. And they are up 10-0 over Desert Hills. First score finally on the board. Van Daly, a 7-yard touchdown run. Crimson Cliffs is up 7-0. Low-scoring game in that one. Pretty low-scoring game in this one. Dixie has just scored, and that game is now tied 14-14.
A lot of good games tonight, Devin.
Hey, it's region play. I expected them all to be fairly close. Even old Nolan Perry's 25 points, Hurricane Crimson, felt like too many for me. We'll see how it plays out. This kick is returnable from the 2. Up the middle. And diving out across the 20 to the 22. Pretty good special teams there. Number 49 of the Snow Canyon Warriors making that stop. And I don't have a 49 on my roster. Must be a JV guy getting in on special teams. Just 17 seconds. Snow Canyon knows that they don't want to give up the big play, but I don't know how aggressive Desert Hills will be here. The offense has shown no explosive plays yet in this first half. Snow Canyon's defense has kept Desert Hills in front of them all game long. And we'll see what Coach Taps decides to. They'll go flanker screen, nearly picked off by Trayvon. Oh, man, that would have been a house call, Coach.
He read that from the very beginning on that play, and he's got to be heartbroken on that. He's standing up with a pick six if he could hold on to that ball.
Trayvon is a big-time baseball player for the Snow Canyon program over there, and Coach Seacrest.
Yeah,
but watch
him fly in here. He reads that. He reads that the whole time.
Wow. 14.8, second down and 10. Don't think we'll see that play again right here. Watch Vaughn on that left defensive end. He's pinning his ears back. He's coming. They're going to run it up the middle, spin move, and Gavin Young gets flung backwards. Now he bounces off it at the outside. Tackled by Lounsbury at the 33. 5 seconds left. That'll be enough for a first down, and this could be the final play of the half. They're going to wind the clock, and that'll do it. They're not going to run another play.
They're not going to run another play.
So the first half will come to an end with Snow Canyon on the road in the season opener in Region 9 action, leading 10-0. Coach, give me your thoughts on that first half defensive battle.
Defensive battle, turnovers, mistakes. We had a little bit of all of it. But again, I think both teams really trying to establish that run. Desert Hills really struggling with throwing the ball and being consistent that way. Snow Canyon had a few more down the field plays, opened it up a little bit. We're able to get a little bit of success there, but that last turnover, 3 and down, 3 and out on that last really hurt Desert Hills. Desert Hills offense is really stagnant right now. They've got to figure out how we open up this playbook a little bit. It's hard. You got a brand new quarterback. You make that change. You made the change because he's got better, capability of being dual threat. So now you got to open that up and let's see that.
So both teams will go talk things over, make some adjustments, and we'll come back and bring you the Great Harvest Bread Company halftime report here at the half. 10-0. Snow Canyon on the road, leading Desert Hills on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
What you're about to hear may impact your dinner plans. The viral mac and cheese place you've seen online has made its way to town. Imagine build your own mac with fan favorite toppings like smoked brisket all the way to the controversial pineapple. Try it at the Red Cliffs Mall in St. George or in front of BYU in Provo.
Asphalt. It's not something we often think about, but we all use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt knows how vital good roads are for our communities. University research has shown Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by an incredible 67%. This means your pavement assets last significantly longer and cost less to own. Holbrook Asphalt. World-class pavement preservation right here in southern Utah. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports. At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Welcome to the Back Nine. We bring the world's best courses to you. Elevate your game at any time with 24/7 access to top-tier golf technology and expert PGA instructors available. Back Nine Golf is a place to improve your swing for all ages. Join us today.
Hey St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
At Grass Creek Construction, they put their heart and integrity into every build. Their team is committed to delivering top-quality commercial projects that stand out. Integrity is their competitive edge. Building with passion, building with purpose, proud sponsor of local sports.
Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Red Rock Real Estate has over 350 professional realtors in the St. George area that specialize in the local market. Whether you're buying your dream home, looking for an investment property, or want to sell your home for the highest amount, the Red Rock Real Estate team is here to assist you. Get started now. Visit redrockrealestate.com.
Check out this week's edition of TGIF on stgeorgenews.com. TGIF is your weekend adventure guide to all the fun and exciting things going on in Southern Utah this weekend. Find this week's edition at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab. Have a blast this weekend.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group, we've got you covered.
Fabulous Freddy's is the locals' choice for a full-service car wash. It's fast. Have your car washed in just 20 minutes or less. Fabulous Freddy's always keeps it clean inside and out with 2 Southern Utah locations as well as in Vegas, Lehigh, and Sandy.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Great Harvest Bread Company bringing the halftime show, and we are live at Desert Hills, where a commanding 10-0 lead for the road team, the Snow Canyon Warriors, up.
You wouldn't usually say 10 points is commanding, but in a defensive battle like this, it really is. You know, both defenses have dominated that first half. So it's going to be interesting to see the adjustments, especially offensively for Desert Hills. Defense, Snow Canyon's got to be thrilled with what they're doing so far.
Start your day with their delicious hot breakfast, fresh-made cinnamon rolls. Stop by for fresh-made bread. Enjoy a satisfying lunch. Great Harvest even does catering, too, over there in the Boulevard Commons, our halftime sponsor. And, Coach, we'll get some highlights from the first half, and we got some statistics in the first half. Stats brought to you by Scooter's Coffee out in Hurricane. And what stands out when we look at some of the first half stats?
Well, you look immediately offensively, Young 5 of 13 for 29 yards. That's not going to get it done.
And he started 4-6.
Yeah, that's not going to done. 4 rushes for 37 yards. And Drayson running the ball 10 for 31. that stands out as much as the offense, as the QB to me, because we've seen him have some big nights and a great runner. That just shows Snow Canyon's probably concentrating on him, loading the box as we've seen, and really making a challenge, saying, hey, we want to make you one-dimensional. We're going to take around the run game, and let's see if you can beat us in the air.
Yeah, 2 catches for Antone Tauafa. That was it, leading receiver. And they were just those little swing passes, and really that was it. So they got to figure out a way to try to scheme. And this Snow Canyon defense has been very stingy in this first half. Let's check some of the highlights from the first half, and we'll continue to break this thing down. Obviously, Snow Canyon has to feel pretty good about having a 10-0 lead. You got Beathers involved. You almost got another touchdown there late by Isaiah
it was
Thompson.
Almost a pick six. But I've looked at Parker Olson the first time I've seen him live. Okay, he made some really good decisions early of locating one-on-one matchups, and then obviously some of the RPOs, and he even had a couple of drops. So far early, I've been impressed with Parker, some of his decision making.
There's one of the 2 catches there for Tauafa, but really the only big play in that half was that 58-yard touchdown strike that Snow Canyon had. A lot of this, 5 out of 13. You just mentioned the stats for Gavin Young, the quarterback, and throwing it into the defensive end and batting it down nearly an interception. So both teams definitely had some big plays and big hits, bringing the lumber on the defensive side of the ball. But this one not looking like a shootout, Coach. And I'm not even sure if we're going to get our Holbrook Asphalt big score dessert unless we see more plays like this. This was the only touchdown of the first half.
Well, again, I want to show people this. Look, can we replay that again? I want to show the maturity level of this here. See if we can get that, and I can get this pencil or use my finger on this and get it here.
We're in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, and here's Coach's replay.
So look at this here. Where's his eyes? He's going this way, sees that there's single coverage on the backside here, and throws this onto the backside here. That's maturity level of not being locked into one receiver. Quarterbacks are already taught, okay, let's look at the pre-read where we're at. We look at the defense, say, okay, I know where my first read is. It's going to be on the left side. He took a look there, saw man-to-man coverage, knew on the backside he had one-on-one coverage there. Turns, makes a great throw.
Impressive next-level throw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, nearly had another one on that high point back shoulder throw to Isaiah Thompson. In the end
pretty
zone.
dang close.
We couldn't see where the toe was on the line. We saw it was really close. The official had a lot better viewpoint than us. They said incomplete. He was out of bounds. Here's some more highlights for you. But, of course, Cam Hill with that 52-yarder, the only touchdown of the game. Ammon Allred did tack on that field goal there with 22 seconds left in the first half. 10-0. Snow Canyon is our halftime score. And halftime presented by our friends at Great Harvest Bread Company. And, if you're Desert Hills, do you stay with Gavin Young? Are you happy with what you saw there?
I think you do. I think, you know what, you made that decision, okay? There's a reason you did make that decision. So let's stay with him and let's get him some confidence. You know what? It's the first half, the first time he started. So let's settle him down. Let's get some good throws, some quick throws, some underneath. But let's start throwing the ball on first and second down, too, to open things up a little bit. Because if we're going to stay on the ground on first, second down and put him in a 3rd and 10, that's not going to be as straight. Let's open it up a little bit. Let him throw it on the first down, go downfield a little bit, and let's get him some confidence. Let's let him stay in there. And we made that decision to go with him, and let's stick with it.
First half highlights brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza in Hurricane. We're looking for local legends and recognizing them as the Mountain Mover of the Week. This week, we recognize Desert Hills golfer Chase Levitt. Coach Marco Leone said, great kid, all the region competitors and coaches respect. He always makes sure and stays after the tournaments to thank the golf courses and helps clean up. That was kind of sold me as a guy that will stay and help clean up to make sure that the course is in better condition than when he got there. Chase Levitt, congratulations. You are our Mountain Mike's Mountain Mover award recipient this week on the golf team. He's been a 3-year member of the golf team, but this is the first year. He's a big-time contributor over there for first-year head coach Marco Leone. At the half, Snow Canyon leads 10-0. When we come back, we'll take a break. We can come back. We'll get you scores from around the other games in Region 9 and some scores from around the state here inside of our Boulevard Home Game of the Week.
Coffee and Hurricane is the best way to start your day or get you through your day. From breakfast sandwiches to cinnamon rolls to amazing smoothies and, of course, coffee. Anytime is a good time to sip and smile. Scooter's Coffee, open 7 days a week.
Hey, St. George, this is Brian. I'm the new owner of your local Everbowl. Looking for a delicious, nutritious meal? Come to Everbowl. Our acai bowls are packed with superfoods to fuel your day. And it's where Region 9 sports fans fuel up.
Hey, it's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Asphalt, we don't often think about it, but we use it every single day. Holbrook Asphalt's innovative HA5 product slows asphalt aging by 67%, making roads last longer and cost less to own. Visit holbrookasphalt.com to discover more.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Did you know that St. George News has a new app? Download the St. George News app today and stay up to date on everything happening in Southern Utah. Get instant notifications on news, weather, sports, and more. Download the app today and get your local news now.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Well, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be. Handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Create your own relaxing, comfortable space. Boulevard Home offers the guaranteed best prices on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. And buy with no interest financing. Shop Boulevard Home, because home is who we are.
Flynn Group plays to win. From commercial to residential projects, we deliver the total building envelope. Roofing, glazing, and architectural metals. Championship quality every time. Flynn Group. We've got you covered.
Local media has the biggest impact on your daily life. It's what's around you, what matters. And at Canyon Media, our goal is to deliver the very best in local entertainment, news, and media. From our award-winning radio stations like 99.9 Coney Country to Southern Utah's #1 source for local news, St. George News, Canyon Media, here for you.
Today's game is brought to you by Boulevard Home, Finley Subaru, House of John, Bucks Ace Hardware, and City of St. George Recreation.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Devin Dixon, Rick Barry with you here, Desert Hills and Snow Canyon. Warriors on the road, region opener, leading 10-0 inside of our Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show. We expect maybe a little bit more fireworks in the second half. We had one big play in that first half. Offensively, we did have some big plays defensively, but a lot more on that side of the ball than offensively. So both teams making some adjustments, and we'll talk second half adjustments in just a second here inside of our Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. And, Coach, let's check in on that. Dusty, do we have some highlights from across town? Let's check in on this. Is the Hurricane Tigers. And they're driving down right before the end of the half. A couple big plays here for this one, a sack by Major Stokes and a major hit there on Dylan Gabriel. But Tigers had some big plays in this first half, but they trail 7-3 because this last play is the Van Daly touchdown run, the only touchdown of the first half right here.
Well, kind of a staple play there for Crimson. Coach Stokes loves running that outside to the boundary. which a lot of people don't account for that. Backers start flowing inside. They don't stay back and stay at home. And he gets to that boundary, and that's one of his staple plays.
Tonight's game brought to you by the City of St. George Recreation Department, reminding you youth and adult sports signups are always ongoing, but right now junior jazz signups are available through the St. George City Recreation Department. Get your kids signed up before it fills up. The other game is a tie game. Coach, your thoughts? Brock Harris has 2 touchdowns, and Pineview and Dixie are tied 14-14. That is the half. Troy Malafau and Jason Malafau both had touchdowns in the first half for Dixie.
Well, you got to love Region 9 this year in the parity. And we said this earlier. I think this is the first year that you can honestly look at all of Region 9 teams and say, we have parity this year.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a front runner. Crimson, has that title until they're beat. They're going to keep it. But all the games are going to be close. So I love the parity in Region 9.
Yeah, 10-0 here. Snow Canyon up on Desert Hills. 7-3, Crimson is up on Hurricane. And then, of course, 14-14 between Pineview and Dixie. All 3 games are at the half. Your halftime update is brought to you by Flynn Companies. Flynn Companies, really excited to have them part of our Region 9 football coverage. Visit flynncompanies.com. They've got you covered if you want to learn about all their products and services. flynncompanies.com. All right, we'll take another timeout, and when we come back, we'll talk second half adjustments and have the kick. 10-0 here inside of our Great Harvest Bread Company halftime show on the Fan Sports Network and KSLSports.com.
Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
You could wander around a warehouse store forever and never find the one thing that could make all the difference. A helpful face? Now that's something to consider. Everything your local Bucks A stands for is written on our faces. Welcoming, neighborly, knowledgeable. When you're in need of a helpful face, visit one of our 3 Southern Utah locations.
Huge news! Sport Court has a brand new showroom and design center, and it's next level. See why so many are choosing Sport Court here in Southern Utah for top quality basketball, pickleball, and multi-purpose courts. Learn more at sportcourtofsouthernutah.com.
From bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
Need an appliance or two? AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
This cheesesteak is so freshly grilled, you can still hear it sizzling.
I can hear it too.
Me too.
Actually, it's the
Oh, cheesesteak?
grill.
Grilled right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Here we go. Second half action from the Thunderdome here at Desert Hills High School. Warriors leading 10-0. Coach, let's talk second half adjustments. First for Desert Hills, what was that conversation in the locker room like for Coach Tapps, Coach Stevens, and all the coaches with the players?
Well, I think, first of all, you got to tell your players, listen, settle down. It's only 10 points. You know, we've got a lot of time. We got a whole second half. We get the ball coming back. We can establish what we need to, get some points on the board. But let's not panic. You know, let's make it clean, no turnovers. Let's create some turnovers. But it's very manageable where we're at. So let's not panic. Let's clean it up. But I think what they have to do offensively, Devin, is Coach Stevens is going to have to open the playbook a little bit, even though it's a first start for your quarterback.
Yeah.
Let Gavin have some opportunity to throw it on first and second down, even if it's shorter routes, but don't put so much pressure on the run game, and don't let Snow Canyon stack the box like they have the first half and dare him to throw.
Yeah.
So I think that's what Desert Hills has to do. Snow Canyon, on the other hand, they got to be really, really happy with the defensive performance they're doing. They've only let a total of 31 yards in rushing. From a running back that's just been dynamic. And I think I can say the same thing. They've thrown the ball better, but now Coach Nowatzki, is he going to open up a little bit more and say, okay, first and second downs, let's keep them honest and let's throw the ball instead of getting in a 3rd and 10. But they have made some bigger plays when they've needed to. But it's going to be really interesting to see the coach's decisions of, okay, are we happy with a 10-point lead, or let's be aggressive and let's go after them.
Kind of looking at some other scores quickly. They added a couple minutes on the clock, so we got time to look at some of the other scores. Right now, halftime, Salem Hills 7-0 over Timpanogos. Let's see, Region 10, Highlands beating East 14-0. Murray is laying it on Cottonwood 56-6.
At halftime, by the way.
Juan Diego, who's now a 4A team, 21-7. They're leading Jordan. Bear River getting whooped by Stansbury. Stansbury leading 37-7. And Ridgeline 50-0 at the half over Tooele. How about the number 1 team in all of 4A? Ridgeline looks like they're playing with their hair on fire. And they are right now, I think, everybody's favorite to play for the state championship and maybe the favorite to win the state championship, although it's got to go through Region 9. It has for the last 12-plus years.
It does, and, Ridgeline's got a lot of 3- and 4-year starters, man. I think that's one of the reasons, that they've got so many first-place votes. They're definitely the most experienced team in 4A.
I agree. Yeah, Nate Dolly, 4-year starter quarterback. Graham Livingston, at least a 3-year starter wide receiver. Yeah, that's quite the connection. Kickoff is a good one, and driving it into the end zone was Zaman Allred, and it is a touchback. Hit that one about as far as he hits his 58-degree lob wedge. It probably hits the lob wedge further, actually. But he hit a good 80 yards there, it looked like. 65. And we are underway in the second half. Glad you're with us here on the Fan Sports Network. This is the Boulevard Home Game of the Week. Boulevard's got a big mattress sale out at the Hurricane location. They're blowing it out. Check it out this weekend. Buy smart. Buy at the Boulevard, making your house more like home for over 50 years. Man in motion. And they'll hand it to Andresen. Off Lechtel has a crease. Andresen pops to the outside to the numbers. He's got a 15-yard gain out to the 34-yard line. Give him 13, actually. They marked it back a little bit, but a nice pop there by Andresen. Longest play from scrimmage of the night for D Hills.
Well, and I think that just shows you what the halftime speech was. You know what? Come on, guys. We're big up front. We're bigger than they are up front. Now let's put our will against it and open some of these holes that they have in the past.
1st and 10 after the Fabulous Freddy's first down. Gavin Young, left-handed quarterback, 5 of 13 in the first half. He's going to hand it off again. Andresen's going to get the edge, and he's going to push out across the 40-yard line. Another good first down run. Not enough for the first down, but it'll be 2nd down and 3. Brownstein's coming in. So Brownstein is coming in for the first time tonight. Max Brownstein's the senior quarterback, started the first 4 games of the season. And Brownstein's going to take the snap, and he's going to hand it off. Andresen going to push, and he's going to move the pile. And that's going to be in easily a first down, Coach, all the way out across the 46-yard line.
Well, interesting time to substitute, your quarterback. So they're opening it up. I think they're looking to say,
Young's still on the field.
Basically, we're going to give you a 2-dimensional look. We can still throw the ball. We can run the ball. Young's a good receiver. We'll get him out in the slot, and we'll see if we can make some plays down the field as well.
And Andresen again off that left edge. And somebody got in there really quickly and made a nice tackle. But still, Andresen hits the hole so hard he picks up 3. Is that Lounsbury coming in off that left side from his outside linebacker position?
Yep. So very interesting to see the thought process of Desert Hills offense. making the quarterback change, leaving Young still in as a receiver, but making that quarterback change at halftime.
Trying to find a spark for the offense. Brownstein. Hand off Andreessen. Andreessen shot out of a cannon again into Warrior territory, down inside the 45. He's going to go to the 44, and that'll be another Fabulous Freddy's.
First down. It's interesting to see offense, that offensive line of Desert Hills right now is getting off the ball. Much more energy than they had in that first half.
Looked like the tight end was coming across that formation. Got a nice kick-out block. That was the sophomore, number 88, Kai Moore. Fresh set of downs from the 44 of Snow Canyon. Warriors have the 10-0 lead early moments of the third quarter. And a big dealer collision hit. Oh, my goodness. Just stood him up and drove him down. That was a big-time tackle by number 3, Porter Hutchings, who's had some nice catches, and now he's sticking his nose in there with a dealer collision big hit.
Well, Snow Canyon came with a 2-linebacker blitz on that, and Porter came through untouched. Perfect come-to-balance tackle on that. Basically, they're saying, you know what, if you're going to run, we're going to load the box again, and we're going to bring more pressure.
Loss on the play. Second down and 11. They'll run it again, and tackle made immediately. Not much there.
Number 18 and number 12 both read that as they were coming out in trips. Snow Canyon read that they weren't going to the trip side, made a good play coming back off of that counter play. So it brings up 3rd and 10, Devin, and we'll see.
And Cale Smith has been the running back. And he's got 2 carries on this drive already, and now it's Andreessen back there next to Brownstein. I don't recall Cale Smith getting a carry in a game I've called this year. They'll pass it over the middle. Coy Duckett's first catch of the night. He'll weave his way down the middle of the field, and it'll be a nice gain of 6, but it's going to be 4th down and a long 5 here.
Yeah, a little slip screen. Again, his first throw he's had tonight, been able to throw the ball. Bringing that small little slip screen here, giving the quarterback some confidence in making a reception.
Didn't catch that replay, and it's 4th down. They're going for it. So 4th down, Thunder trailing to nothing. You feel like this is a big moment here with 7:18 left in the third quarter. This clock is ticking down already, midway point. Brownstein's out of the shotgun. Put a man in motion across the formation. He'll throw it to him. It's caught. And it's going to be a first down. What a catch made by Antone Tauefa. And it's going to move the chains on 4th down. They needed 5, and they got 7.
This has been the most successful play for Desert Hills on offense, and they've done it multiple times. And that's a little swing pass. Really a short little out route, as you'll see. If we can get back to that in a minute, we'll show you that replay.
Here it is.
Just getting out into that flat and defense is laying off of it, and they've thrown that 3 or 4 times, and Snow Canyon has not made an adjustment on that.
Maybe we would have loved to see a pass on first down there because they handed off, and Snow Canyon was ready for it. They're playing downhill. They come in there, and that's another TFL for the Warriors defense. And it's a loss of 1. Brownstein is orchestrating this drive. Young is still on the field, but he's back to a wide receiver position. Young is going to go trips to the left with Duckett and Stuckey. Brownstein out of the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Andreessen. Andreessen hits the hole quickly, pushing down inside the 25 all the way down to the 21-yard line. And that's going to be right at the sticks. And I think it's enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down.
Well, again, that's
tough runner.
That's extra effort. That's, hit 2 or 3 times, pick up another 3 or 4 yards after the first contact.
Where's the first contact come? There.
And then he just keeps driving people. We've said it. He hits the hole hard. He's a tough runner. You give him a little bit of daylight, and he's going to pick up extra yards after the first contact.
Andreessen again. Good crease up the middle, second level, and then hit and dropped into the Red Rock Real Estate red zone, looking for land to build on or a luxury home already built. RedRockRealEstate.com. Also got friends and family coming to town. Check out their vacation rentals. Need a big place for a celebration or family reunion, they've got you covered. I also do property management. Maybe you got to move and you need them to manage your rental. Red Rock Real Estate can handle it all. Twins to the far sideline. Duck at the single receiver to the near sideline. They'll run it off left tackle. Little jump cut to the outside. And then starts running north and south. And Andreessen got it down. Andreessen down to the 9-yard line. And they'll move the chains again.
Great vision there. The original hole was not open. That little jump cut to the outside and found a little bit of crease and picked up some. I love his energy right now in this second half. He's taken it upon himself to say, you know what, first half's not acceptable. We're better than that, and he's running with a passion.
Snow Canyon, really the first time all game they've been on their heels defensively here. And a lot of scissor action in the backfield. They'll hand it off and got an ankle and then dropped. Ball carrier was number 22, Seth Brown. So we saw Cale Smith come in and get a carry. Now you're seeing Brown get a carry. Andreessen. Brownstein's only thrown 2 passes on this drive. He's completed them both. And the big one, that 4th down conversion. Tauaefa that moved the chains and kept this drive alive. 2nd down and goal. Ball from the 9-yard line. 3:56 on the clock. Outside to Brown. Brown turns the corner. Brown's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown Thunder. Seth Brown from 9 yards out. And we got a whole tighter ball game now, folks.
And this is what we said just before halftime. Again, don't panic. You got the ball coming out in the second half. You know, they came back, have established the run, and said, you know what, we're not going to get away from our game plan, which was to run the ball and make them stack the box and see what they can stop. A very good possession for the offense on that. And really, 3:49 left in the quarter, Devin. That's a long drive.
Here's your Best Friends Animal Sanctuary, Kanab, Utah Extra Point. Take home your new best friend. Check out the website, bestfriends.org. 10-7, PAT is good. We'll take the break. Warriors still have a lead by 3 over the Thunder when we come back on the Wilkinson scoreboard.
Bold statements to subtle compliments, Wilkinson's House of Lighting will help you more fully enjoy all the different spaces in your home. Find us online at shopwilkinsons.com or come in and see what's new. 88 East, 1160 South, just off Main.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to House of Jump, where gravity meets excitement. Jump, dunk, and dodge your way into a world of laughter and adrenaline. Whether you're a high-flying pro or just looking to defy gravity, House of Jump is where the thrill begins. Elevate your fun, slam dunk like a champion, and dodge obstacles with style. House of Jump is where every moment is a soaring adventure. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to our house, the House of Jump, or purchase Jump Time online at houseofjump.com.
78-yard drive capped off there by the Seth Brown 9-yard touchdown run. And Coach, a double-digit drive. There was so many 3-and-outs. That had to feel good for the offense. And, you know, we talked about it briefly at the halftime. Do you give Brownstein a look? And they did. And they go score a touchdown. He didn't have to do a lot through the air as that kickoff was mishandled. Lounsbury picks it up, fakes a reverse. Now he's going to run north and south, has a little crease to the 30. Break in a tackle, and then shoestring tackle is made and dragged down at the 34-yard line. Decent return by Brody Lounsbury.
Well, you talk about bringing a new quarterback in, and you know what? He didn't have to do anything through, I think, one ball.
Well, he threw the one over the middle of the ducket, and then they threw the fourth down
the little flat
route.
Yeah,
2.
But the offensive line opened up some holes, and Drayson ran with a passion, and that was the difference. It wasn't the quarterback play. It was the energy that they brought that second half and said, you know what, we need to reestablish this. So now we got to see what Snow Canyon can do with their first opportunity of the second half.
Yeah, Olsen had that big bomb, that 58-yard touchdown. Had some other good throws. They were pretty much a running team in the first half, and they'll go RPO, quarterback keeper, Parker Olsen to the 40. Pick up a 6. Got it. You know, this is a bigger offensive line, defensive line at Snow Canyon than we've seen in past years. They've got some size this year, Coach.
Well, both teams do, and it's interesting to, you know, Devin, if you look at it, both teams use their bigger size on that offensive line.
out of that gun. Olsen going to throw, and it's a post route to Thompson, and it's incomplete.
Cruz with the pass breakup for the Thunder.
Maybe a little bit more accuracy, and Thompson's got that big frame. He's about 6'5", Coach, so he can kind of box you out.
He is a big target. I'd like to see them go to him a little more often when you have that mismatch and you have one-on-one on the corner on that outside there. That's a tough matchup for a 5'10" player to take a 6'5" receiver.
Warriors need to convert. Third down. They'll throw out route. Caught by Beathers. Beathers turns upfield and has the first down. Brett Beathers with a beautiful route and a good throw. That out route to the far sideline, that is not an easy throw, and Olsen made it look pretty smooth.
No, and it shows his arm strength. You see where he's here, and the ball's clear out over here into the flat. That shows the arm strength of him.
Yeah, I like that. Right on the hands. And the Warriors moving right along. Out to the 45 with a fresh set of downs here. Thunder showing blitz. They play action throw. Thompson with the catch. Turns north-south. And that's a gain of 7, maybe 8. And the Warriors doing it through the air here early, trying to loosen up that box.
And I really like Coach Nowatzki opening that up on first down. You know, we've been talking about it the whole first half of teams waiting till it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 8 to open that up a little bit. First down play, picks up 8 yards. I really like that play call.
Now you can go ahead and run that RPO if you want. Try to get a fresh set of downs into Thunder territory. Ball's at the 47. 2nd down and a short 2 here for the Warriors after a gain of 8 on that pass to Thompson. They'll go motion. RPO, taking a shot. Down the sideline, one-on-one. Thompson goes up for it, but it was just a little bit overthrown, incomplete.
So I'd like to see him throw that inside a little bit more. When you have a 6'5" receiver like that, you've got that ability for him to go up on a shorter defender. Instead of throwing it to the back shoulder, throw it on inside and give him that opportunity.
Yeah, he couldn't get to it. If he can turn and high-point it, that's where his advantage is. Of course, his older brother played football at Snow Canyon, also a track star and college track star down at New Mexico. We're going to run on 3rd down, and that's enough for a first down. Just needed 2. And that's going back to what you were saying, Coach. By getting 8 yards throwing on first down, you were able to take the shot, then still come back to the run and move the chains.
At 2nd down, you have your whole playbook at your option. Do you want to run and try to pick up the first down? It's 3 or 4 down territory. Or do we take a shot knowing that we can get a first down on the ground when it's 3rd and 1 or 3rd and 2? So it gives you so many more opportunities.
Olsen, jump pass, floater, caught. Lounsbury breaks a tackle to the 30. Inside the 25, down at about the 22-yard line. Beautiful little Tim Tebow-esque jump pass from Olsen, the quarterback.
Yeah, a nice, really nice play right here as you'll see this. Just a little bit up over. He had that before earlier in the half where it got batted down. Got it up over that defensive end there. Nice little play there on first down.
And you can see why they like Lounsbury not at the quarterback position. He can play outside backer. You can play him in the backfield. You can run him out into routes there. Little wiggle there. Got away from Darger, the free safety, to get a big gain as they're knocking on the Red Rock Real Estate red zone with 50 seconds left on the Nets on Fire clock here late in the 3rd quarter. Play action again. Pass complete. Thompson on the boundary. Turns it north and south. Hit and driven out of bounds short of the first down, but another productive play from the junior quarterback Olsen right on the hands of his receiver.
Well, they've gone to the pass and in the air a lot more in this second half and having success with this. This is where Desert Hills, we talked about it earlier in the first half, this is key for them. They need to get a stop here, get a turnover, or at least hold it to a field goal.
Twins to the near sideline. Single receiver Thompson. They're going to throw underneath Thompson on an out route. They slid, I think, Lounsbury out of the backfield. Actually, no, that's not Lounsbury. That was number 10. I believe Jacob Campbell. Or was it 18, Coach? I couldn't tell the number.
It looked like 18 from here.
Yeah, I think it was Milo Ince. I think you're right. Kind of that H-back.
Well, 3rd and 2. Now, if you don't get it, it's got to be a big decision to, kick the field goal or go for it.
Blitz comes, they go pass again on a swing. It's caught, and that'll be enough for a first down. Big-time play there to move him out, roll him to the right, and then it was a forward pass. That was probably only a 5-yard pass.
I want to show you something, and this is a good job by Coach Nowoski seeing when Desert Hills, let's go back here if we can.
You can pause it.
Let's go back to the beginning of that play.
Okay.
When they've brought pressure, this is where they're bringing the pressure. They're bringing the 2 inside backers in here, and they're taking that play onto the outside. So a good job by reading what they've been doing on the blitz.
RPO, fake the fly sweep. Olsen's going to run it. Quarterback surging down inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal. A pickup of 5 yards on 1st and goal. I like that. Yeah, I think that's a great play design when you have a blitz up the middle, isn't it?
And that's where the pressure's been coming from all night, is up through the gut, bringing those 2 inside backers through the gaps there.
All right, that'll do it. Put 4 quarters, 4 fingers in the air, and we got a tight one brewing here. Snow Canyon driving, leading 10-7 when we fire up the 4th quarter on the Fan Sports Network in our Boulevard home Game of the Week.
Hey, it's Sheldon Demke. Check out the latest episode of What's on the Menu, a behind-the-scenes tour of local restaurants. We'll see some of their favorite dishes and get an inside look on how these dishes are prepared. Check out this week's episode at stgeorgenews.com and click the shows on the menu tab.
Hey, it's Luke with Udine Associates at American Family Insurance. At Udine Associates, we love insurance so you don't have to. With a quick call, we can get you an instant quote with the right coverages. My team of licensed agents are ready to help you with better insurance from American Family. Give us a call at 435-251-9102.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Hey, have you tried the St. George Stretch Lab? It'll help boost your athletic performance, help you feel less restricted in your movements, knock out those nagging aches and pains, and melt away your stress. Right now at the St. George Stretch Lab, get an intro stretch for just $39. That's $30 off. Mention keyword radio. Nets on Fire is the place to hoop in Southern Utah. Elevate your game with group or individual training with elite coaching. Hustle to netsonfire.org to learn more and see why so many rising stars hoop at Nets. Nets on Fire, building champions on and off the court. Well, welcome back, everybody. Snow Canyon deep in the red zone, up 10-7. Here we go. Start of the 4th quarter. Olsen, the quarterback, keeper, running, surging, fighting. Touchdown, Warriors. Olsen with the 3-yard touchdown run. And, boy, he's pretty powerful. He would not be denied.
He is, Devin. And if you look at this play as we go through the replay here, this play is designed for the outside. He cuts it up and sees that and brings that back. He's going outside, sees that. He brings that back, lowers his shoulder, and pushes in for a touchdown there. That's a great run there. And interesting, Devin, each offense only had 1 possession in the 3rd quarter.
Both scored.
Low score. Well, you keep it on the ground, especially, that was a...
extra point there. There was a rush coming, and he snuck it through by the skin of his teeth. Woo! 17-7 our score.
But with Desert Hills running the ball the first possession, 2nd half, and taking almost... 9 minutes off the clock. It's really shortened this game. And when each team only gets 1 offensive possession, boy, you better make it count.
Yeah, and the Warriors did. What a great response by SC. I mean, it's 10-7. Desert Hills kind of grabbed up momentum. And they did it with some really good passing to set up some 3rd and short situations there. Then they were able to go back to the ground, and it was really a seamless drive for Snow Canyon.
Well, they opened it up, and we talked about that at halftime. It's going to be interesting to see what the teams do as far as that playbook. And Coach Nowoski from the Snow Canyon side, they threw a lot more on 1st down. They threw a lot more passes, a little more balanced on that, and it paid dividends where Desert Hills had great success with their first possession, keeping it on the ground, and Drayson running as hard and showing us why we keep talking about him being one of the best running backs in the region.
Maybe the year of the running back. We had some great running backs graduate last year. Titan Mason from Desert Hills. There's a good return. And here goes, shot out of a cannon. Flags flying.
Fly.
Good return there by Andresen out to the 40, but this one could be coming back.
Yeah. He's just dynamic.
Well, I was about to say, Titan Mason, Rand Sawyer, McCord Christiansen, those are 3 really talented running backs, all that moved on to next level.
We reloaded.
And now you've got Andresen and Van Daly.
And Richardson.
And Kyle Richardson of Pineview.
The list goes on. Great. There's so much talent down here in Region 9. People have no idea how good of football it is.
I was going to just check the score updates for everybody here while they address this penalty. And after that Olsen touchdown run, Snow Canyon is up 17-7. And we'll keep you posted on those other scores. Pineview is up 21-14, 7:47 left in the third after a touchdown run by Corbin Yoakum. So and Crimson is now up 14-3. Jackson Holt with the touchdown reception. So busy night in Region 9 with 3 games going on all here in Washington County. Here in our game, Snow Canyon leads Desert Hills 17-7, 11:45 left to go, already into the fourth quarter here. Devin Dixon, Rick Berry inside the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth. Very important drive for the Thunder. Brownstein stays in a quarterback, hands it straight to Andresen. Andresen takes it on a burst right up the middle, but a good job to bottle him up for just a gain of 3.
Well, still plenty of time just starting the quarter. Desert Hills is going to stay in their game plan. They're going to keep pounding the rock, and I think you're going to see some RPOs shortly here now that they've got a quarterback that they feel is a little bit better thrower but not as good a runner. So I think you'll start seeing a little bit of the RPO.
Here comes Brownstein, ready to rock and roll. Time is not the Thunder friend. This is an opportunity here to try to get it back to a one-score game. They keep it on the ground with Andresen. He'll get it to the 30, and a big third down coming. It's going to be third down and a long 3 here for the Thunder offense.
And again, Snow Canyon brought a lot of pressure. They brought blitz up the middle. Defensive end kept the containment, stringed it out. So they're stacking that box and bringing pressure, basically saying, you know what, you guys are going to have to start throwing the ball to beat us.
Third down. Warriors leading 17-7, 10:30 and ticking left on the Nets on Fire clock. Building champions on and off the court. NetsOnFire.org. Andresen first down a little bit more, out across the 37-yard line, and that'll give the Thunder a fresh set of downs.
But he hits that hole hard, Devin, and you just got to love how hard he runs. You know, he's not going to be denied. He follows there's a pole from the right side.
Kevin Inslee there.
On that offensive guard, followed behind him. He follows his blockers really well, lowers his head, and he's a load. He hits the hole going full speed.
Coming up, we'll be naming a Finley Subaru star of the game. Who will it be? I don't think we know yet. Brownstein going to throw. Oh, almost intercepted, but caught. Brock Stuckey down the sideline with a little wiggle. Finally taken out of bounds near the 43-yard line, and that'll be a beautiful throw because that was dangerous, Coach, but he threaded it in there nicely.
This is a great job by Brock of not getting distracted because that went right through the defender, kept his eyes on it, made a catch, turned the corner, got some extra yards. Stuckey's got great hands, and I think it's one guy that they need to get the ball to a little bit more often.
They'll throw another out to Stuckey. This time, though, Brownstein fired it quickly, and Stuckey hadn't even really broke to the out yet, and that ball was already past him. That back-to-back outs, do you want to do a pump and go on an out and up here now? Are they trying to set something up, Coach?
They could be setting up. It just depends if they're going to be playing in a zone or a man-to-man. So I think they're going to have to come to the line and look at that and say, okay, if they're going to play man-to-man, we're going to set that up. If not, they're playing in a zone, then we're going to just take what we can underneath.
Brownstein here, second down and 10. They'll give it to Seth Brown, who has the Thunder touchdown, and the underclassman running back's going to take it down to the 40-yard line. Just a reminder, our Roni's Mac Bar, look ahead to your next meal. Go check out their delicious mac and cheese. You build it your way with your favorite toppings at Roni's Mac Bar next to Lululemon in the Red Cliffs Mall. Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff. Pregame starts at 1 o'clock. Idaho Vandals hosting the Utah Tech Trailblazers. Trailblazers, another ranked opponent, playing number 8 or number 10, depending on which FCS poll you look at, the Vandals in Moscow. And Brownstein, quick throw, caught. Tauefa is hit and dropped. He's actually going to lose half a yard. It's going to be fourth down.
It's a great read there by number 12.
Lounsbury.
Snow Canyon, read that play, came up, made a great tackle. Good tackle on that to eliminate any more yardage after the catch.
Take Take a dealer collision big hit there for Brody Lounsbury. And that'll back them up to 4th down and 8, and the offense has to stay on the field. Here we go. Big time moment here. Thunder down by 10. 8:22 and ticking. Brownstein's out of the shotgun. He's got Andres inside car, right, twins to either side. Looking left, and he is dropped. A big-time sack by Hank West, and that is a Scooter's Coffee sack for the Warriors defense, and they take over with the turnover on downs.
Wow, he comes flying off that left edge and right by the defender, and QB never saw him coming, obviously coming from the blind side. A great defensive play by Snow Canyon. Gives them ball on the 50-yard line and great field position going in.
Pause it right here. Where's West? Is he right there?
Right
here. There he is. There he is. Yeah, and then roll it there. Well, I want to watch him closely here. He just kind of comes up there.
He swims, moves over number 77, and makes a great play off of that. That's a big-time rush right there.
Snow Canyon will keep it on the ground here, work some clock. It'll be Lounsbury for a gain of 2, a short 2-yard pickup to the 48 of Desert Hills. It'll be 2nd down and 8. Now Snow Canyon doesn't have to open up the playbook here, Coach. Now they can kind of try to overpower you a little bit
here. But you don't want to get too conservative. But this is what I always say. You can't play not to lose.
4 in the box. They'll run it wide this time. And tackle made just shy of the line to gain. Was that Trey Vaughn on the carry? It was. So Trey Vaughn, known for his defensive end work, but getting a tote there. First carry of the night for Trey.
And Devin, I'm a firm believer that your star athletes have to play both sides of the ball. You have to get him in on certain plays, whether they go full-time both ways or not. You've got to get him in at key moments.
We'll be naming a Jersey Mike sub of the game in the conclusion of our game. We'll also clean it all up in the Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. But still 7:37 to go. They'll run it on the ground. And just shy of a first down was Lounsbury. And it's going to be 4th and half a yard.
Half a yard here. Definitely 4-down territory. You're going to see them get up to the ball quickly. Or not. I guess they're going to take their time and talk about it.
4th down. Ball's on the 41. They need the 40. I don't know about that. They didn't get a real favorable spot there. Thought it was a little bit closer to the line, but here we go. Either way, it was short. I agree with that it was short of the line to gain. So 4th down. They'll run it with the quarterback. Olsen, Meredith hits him in the hole, but Olsen surges and falls forward, and I think he got the first down.
He didn't get a very good spot on that, Devin, but they do just enough to give him a first down.
Parker Olsen, the junior quarterback who leads them. He rushes at about 72 yards a game. You could see Meredith hit him, but then Olsen with the strength. Yeah, the knee was down. That's actually a pretty fair spot. I don't know if you paused it there where the knee was down. It'd be really interesting to freeze frame that. It was close. To the naked eye, I agree with the spot, though. I think he did just get enough. What do you think of the call there, Coach?
Yeah, I think he got the ball pass there.
Yeah. So fresh set of downs. That was big. Now they can work some more clock. 6:23 and offsides, it appears. And they're kind of talking with each other like, come on now, focus. Somebody, who was that, 58 for the Thunder?
Well, they had 2 players jump, and I think Snow Canyon came to the line purposely with that call.
Henry Graff is a sophomore DN, I think is who they got. Now they're going to take a shot to the outside. Beather's the intended receiver. Pretty good coverage by Darger, and it's incomplete. But Parker Olsen throws that ball where it only can be caught by his receiver.
Well, this is a huge, really a huge series right now for the defense. They cannot let them get any more points. I think as stingy as it's been the second half, this is where they've got to get a stop.
Warriors 2nd down and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. First down in a big hole right up the middle. Darger comes up, helps make that tackle down to the 21-yard line, pushing near the 20. 1st and 10, Warriors And there was a whole
great blocking up front. If you watch this and a little bit of a pull here, he hits the hole here hard. A great job up front by the Snow Canyon Warriors.
Colby Lamoureux there with that tote. First time we've had him tote the rock for a very productive gain. That keeps the clock ticking and gives you a fresh set of downs in the Red Rock Real Estate red zone. Warriors with the ball, leading 17-7, 5:42 to go and ticking here in the fourth quarter. In the Region 9 opener for both teams. Olsen, RPO, quarterback will keep it. Bounce to the outside. Hog-tied, slammed down, gain of 1, maybe 2.
Well, I think this is the point where Snow Canyon's got to keep it on the ground. They got to work the clock. They're already in field goal range for all red. So I would be very surprised if it is a throw. I think it's going to be a very conservative throw out into the flats. Maybe another little jump pass like they had before. But they're definitely going to work the clock here.
Yeah, don't have to snap this till under 5 minutes to go. Hill, Beathers, twins to the near side. Thompson, single receiver. Ball's on the left far hash. Pistol look. Handoff. And Lounsbury gets into the middle. Hit and dropped. Bo Meredith and company there to bring him down. It'll be 3rd down and 7. And Desert Hill's taking a timeout. Well, you'd like to save those. There's still 4:50 to go. And they're going to add a couple seconds back. So clock was 4:50. They're going to put it back to 4:53 here.
Well, from a Desert Hills, the defensive standpoint, I think they understand the importance of this next play. When it's 3rd and 7, they have to get a stop. And they can't let them get a first down and continue to move the chains and the clock and go and score. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt here. So I think that's probably the reason Coach Taps has taken that timeout, to get his defense collected and let them know how important this 3rd down is, that they need to get off the field off of this play.
So, kind of feel like the next 2 plays kind of going to determine the outcome of this game. 17-7, 3rd down and 7 in the red zone. Warriors up by 10 with the football. A first down here, they can work some more clock, go into score, make it a 3-possession game. Olsen going to throw over the middle. Has his man on the hands. Caught by Beathers. Beathers going to take it down to the 5-yard line. That's a huge throw by the junior quarterback, Parker Olsen.
Well, what I like about that, Devin, is he got up and saw Desert Hills is bringing pressure. I got man-to-man coverage. And so I've got multiple options off of here on the man-to-man coverage. And a great read, knowing that he's going to come across the middle. He's not going to have a safety over the top.
17-7, and now the clock down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds and ticking. Lounsbury to the right sidecar of Olsen. He'll fake it to Lounsbury, follow through the hole, and not much there. Tackled by Charles Jacob Taufa, who is just a sophomore D tackle, big number 90 for the Thunder. He's a big boy.
He is. He is a big kid.
10th grader. So
he's just going to get better.
You burned a timeout. You didn't get the stop, and now Snow Canyon can work some more clock, and Desert Hills is holding on to 2 timeouts, down by 10. Almost feel like they need to be trying to force a fumble here, Coach.
Yeah, they desperately need a turnover. And like I said, that was a huge 3rd down play that really they needed to have.
They'll run it on the ground. Lounsbury hit, then kept going, then hit again and dropped. And he'll take it down to the near the 3. Actually, the spot on his knee down at the 4. D Hills will take their second team timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Luke Udy at American Family Insurance. Let's get you some Flynn Company's updates. Hurricane just answered after falling behind with a long drive. They've cut it to 14-9. They went for 2, though, but they did not get it. Over at Pineview, how about a hat trick for Brock Harris? Another 25-yard touchdown, his 3rd touchdown score of the game. And so, boom. 35-14 Pineview Panthers.
Well, we know Pineview's can score some points. There's no question. It just shows you how talented Brock is, though, Devin, because every team that goes into Pineview and plays Pineview know that they're going to go to Brock. And when teams are trying to take and double team him or do different things that he doesn't hurt him, and he still comes out and has the kind of game that he's having tonight, just shows the talent of that young man.
And throwing it is Olsen, crossing route and knocked down, nearly intercepted by Bo Meredith.
That's a great play by Bo right there. Coming from his middle linebacker position, playing man coverage. Just about had the pick right there. That ball's thrown just a little bit behind. You've got to get that out in front.
So, field goal unit on, 4th and goal. They're going to try to push it up to 13 here. All red is going to be just a little 20-yard chip shot from the right hash. So he's got it angled a little to his left. The snap and the hold is down. The kick is true, and it's right through the middle. So all red, second field goal of the night. He's your Region 9 golf medalist at Green Springs on Wednesday. Shot 2 under par, and he's canned 2 field goals to match his 2 under score on a tough golf course in the wind on Wednesday.
And like you said, it's not like these two sports are apart from each other. It's the same time of year. So he's playing golf, missing some of the practice, running him and getting the practice in when he can. Just shows you what kind of athlete he is.
Scoring summary brought to you by Roney's Mac Bar, now open in the Red Cliffs Mall over there next to Lululemon. Go build your mac and cheese your way with your favorite toppings. I did the Gouda blend when I was over there a couple weeks ago. I can't wait to go back. Maybe I'll go over there this weekend and I'll see you there at Roney's Mac Bar. And it's now 20-7. Too little, too late for the Thunder. They need to score quick.
No,
3:35 to go.
Late. Never too late, Devin. You score quick, hold them. You always have time. But they don't have time to continue to pound the rock now. Now they've got to put the ball up in the air. They got to try to score quick. Hold them and get a 3 and out, get the ball back. And again, so there's plenty of time. We've seen crazier things than this happen late in games.
Pineview's up 35-14. 14-9, Crimson leading Hurricane. Here is 20-7. So all 3 games, a little bit of separation. The only one possession game right now is out there in the Tigers' Den in Hurricane Brownstein. He throws a pick to Trayvon, and Trayvon to the house. It's a pick 6. Nighty-night. That'll do it with 3:29 to go. He almost had one to end the half, but he couldn't get to that little bubble screen. This time, Trayvon reads it and takes it in.
It's a great read here. You can see as he jumps underneath. They have coverage over the top, and then he gets underneath that. Unfortunately, quarterback did not see him underneath. Basically watched the whole time as he's going through, and he just makes a great play on the ball.
That is your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the Game, brought to you by the boys that sell GE at AWP. They got Samsung and all the other top brands over there. If you need appliances, you need to shop local and save. Trayvon with the pick to the 6. Worth one more look if we can. That was an unbelievable play by your defensive end coach here making that catch.
The reason I want to pause it here is you can see he's looking exactly where he's going to go.
Yep.
So he got underneath that, read it, jumped it. He was coming from the outside. Like I said, you had a corner over the top. Just a great read there and make the play. Walk-in pick 6.
Woo! Mark that one down as maybe a Jimmy John's highlight of the week as well for Trayvon. 27-7, and good news, everybody. The Big Score dessert compliments of Holbrook Asphalt is now in effect. If you're watching this game online, if you're listening to this game on the Fan Sports Network, you can head to the St. George Yogurtland after the game. You can get 5-10 ounces of yogurt with your favorite toppings. The second one is free, so if you get 10 ounces, you pay for it. The second 10 ounces is free till they close tonight. Open till 11 at least at Yogurtland.
We're going.
Let's go. I'll see you there.
You see there, you're buying. You better see me there.
Yeah, I'm buying. You're getting the free one. I see how that works.
Exactly.
I love it. That one into the end zone for the touchback, and Desert Hills is out of luck now. That should be the dagger. Trayvon with a great read, and Trayvon absolutely going to be having a nice night in Santa Clara tonight as he has put a nice little exclamation point on a region opening dub. It does appear for the Snow Canyon Warriors, who will, if barring something unforeseen happening here, are heading towards a 4-1 record, but more importantly, 1-0 in region play, up by 20 now with just 3:20 left, and Desert Hills only has one timeout. I mean, they have to score, onside kick, score, and then onside kick and score again. Down 3 possessions. Highly unlikely. Brownstein, though, got to race that pick 6. He's got to go to the air and a little bit low, but touched by the receiver, but Duckett can't bring it in. Definitely some questions moving forward for Desert Hills. Who's your quarterback is one that comes to mind. Is it Gavin Young, who played the first half, or is it Max Brownstein, who's played the second half?
And Devin, I'm a believer that you've got to have one QB, and you got to go with him, and he's going to make some mistakes, but you can't have QBs worried about making a mistake and getting pulled. So to me, you got to find, okay, this is the guy we're going to stay with, and we're going to live with the mistakes, but we're going to coach him up and we're going to get him, and this is our guy.
Brownstein hits Duckett. Duckett turns upfield but does not get out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run. 3rd down and 2 after a pickup there. And more importantly, just approaching 3 minutes left in this game on our Nets on Fire clock, with Snow Canyon leading by 20. Andreessen going to try to move the chains with a surge. He'll get a gain of 3 out to the 31. That's enough for a Fabulous Freddy's first down. New hybrid tunnels where you choose touchless or brushes when you get your car washed. Still big gas discounts, monthly memberships available, plus all your snacks and drinks. At 2 Southern Utah Fabulous Freddy's. Brownstein out route onto the hands. Duckett reels it in. Does get out of bounds. They'll stop the clock. It's a gain of 6, maybe 7. And Brownstein, after the pick 6, is still out there slinging it and looks like he's starting to get in a little bit of rhythm, but probably too little too late here, unfortunately, for Desert Hills and their fans. Just 2:33 left to go. You're still at your own 38-yard line, down by 20. Brownstein going to throw over the middle. Wide open, Stuckey. Stuckey to the 40. Down to the Snow Canyon 25. He's going to foot race it all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown. There it goes. They needed that. That's a 62-yarder to Stuckey.
Well, and I said earlier in the second half, Stuckey's one that's got good hands. Get him involved in the play. A little bit of a break in coverage, it looks like, by Snow Canyon. He got out there, then it's a foot race, and nobody's going to catch him. It's exactly what Desert Hills now is. It a little bit too late. If they get an onside kick, you never know. But crazy things can happen, Devin.
At least some positives there, even if you can't end up winning this game. They're going to go for 2. Well, they're down by 14, so this would cut it to 13. You don't really need to gain anything here by going for 2, other than maybe trying to learn how to execute a 2-point play for another scenario. And they'll run it on a keep. It's a wildcat. Andreessen will take it in pretty easily off that right side, and they get the 2-point conversion. So there you go. Worked out nicely for the Thunder. 27-15 with 2:22 to go. And here comes the onside kick, Coach. And they're going to need 2 of them to have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, like I said, you just never know. But if Snow Canyon does recover this with only one timeout, yeah, the game's over.
What'd you like about the Stuckey touchdown?
Well, I like that they've got the ball into Stuckey. I've said this from the very beginning, the first game we did. I think they've got playmakers on the outside, and they need to get it to him. And, he found a crease in there. I think, again, there was a little bit of a missed coverage there, but Stuckey found the hole in there and then took it to the house. So I like to see them get their receivers and playmakers more involved in the offense.
Crimson Cliffs has scored again and answers the Tiger touchdown, so it's 21-9 Crimson Cliffs. But Hurricane, if we're looking for a barometer game, they've made that interesting out there. They lost 55-20 to the Mustangs last year. Here's the pooch kick, and it's going to take a high bounce and be fielded by Snow Canyon. Tried to kick it over the front line of the return team, but it bounced high right to the return man.
And that really is hard to do. You have to be able to kick a little chip shot that's perfectly set with a little bit of backspin on top of it. That's a tough one. I think your odds are a little bit better trying to kick and get a big second hop into that first or second line.
So 35-14, Pineview leading. Here it's 27-15 with Snow Canyon leading Desert Hills, and then with that touchdown moments ago out there at Crimson Cliffs has taken a 21-9 lead over Hurricane. Those are all your Flynn Company Region 9 scores here late on a Friday night in Region 9 football season opening action of conference play. They'll run it, and Desert Hills can only stop it once, I believe. They use 2 timeouts on defense. And it's a gain of a couple. Second down. And don't expect the Warriors to throw the football here. It is going to try to really pick up 1 first down and this game is over. Under 140 when they snap this ball on the game clock. Again, coming up, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry Postgame Show. We'll clean it all up. Run up the middle, stacked up. The clock will keep ticking. Might have lost half a yard there. It'll be 3rd down and 8. And now they'll burn their last timeout.
That's the last timeout. So
might get the ball back here.
Yeah, they could with a few seconds left here, depending on what Snow Canyon's going to do here. I can't imagine doing anything but maybe a QB draw or something where they keep the ball and keep the clock going, and they'll get maybe 40 seconds left when the Thunder get the ball back.
Timeout on the field brought to you by Luke Udy and American Family Insurance. Luke can save you money on your home, auto, or life insurance. Give Luke a call today. I know you don't wake up and go, I'm going to shop my insurance today, but if Luke can save you a bunch of money worth the phone call, he can email you a quick quote and look at all of your insurance to see if you're getting the best deal. 435-251-9102. Appreciate Everbowl of St. George. Appreciate our friends at the Back 9 Golf. Some of the people bringing you the Region 9 wrap-up show, including Handel's Homemade Ice Cream, now open in their brand new location in the River Crossing. 3rd and 8. They'll run it with Parker Olson. The quarterback's going to pull it out. He's going to go wide. He's going to be tackled for a short loss on the play. It's going to be 4th down and 9. And the clock will continue to tick, 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 tick. And they'll be able to punt this ball with about 50 seconds on the clock. They'll take it all the way down. Snow can't probably take a timeout or even just take a
I think
false
1 second left.
procedure
They'll
or
take
delay
a
a game. One of the two, and then kick it away. They're letting that clock tick all the way now, just under 50 seconds to go, and now they will take the timeout. 46 seconds on the game clock. 4th down and 9. Warriors will burn the timeout. And really the only thing that can go wrong here is if you mishandle the punt or something, or the snap, or you block
or get a block. So right now, Snow Canyon, the huddle, they're telling their punter, 1 step, kick it. 1 step, kick it, and don't kick it to the return guy. Kick it out of bounds. The last thing you want to do is kick it straight to the return guy, have him take it to the house with a quick score. So a couple of things you got to look at from a coaching standpoint. If their special teams coach and head coach should be in that huddle saying, okay, we are not going to give him a chance to run it back. Let's kick it out of bounds.
Coach, Ridgeline is up 71-0 tonight.
Ouch.
Question of the night, is that the most points scored tonight in Utah or not?
Well, it depends if Murray and Cottonwood get called at halftime, which that's happened in the past on Cottonwood, where they've been beat so bad in the second and third quarter that they've gone ahead and canceled the game.
Kick is going to be fair, caught at the 21. I haven't seen an update since halftime. It was 56 on the board there for Murray at halftime. But 71 points, believe it or not, with 3:19 left in the fourth quarter is not the most points, because Green Canyon, another Region 11 team, has beat the new school Desert Peak 73-0 tonight.
That's just hard. And you know what, Devin? Trust me, you don't like to be, as a coach, you don't like to be on either end of that. Because, people will say, oh, you're crazy. If you win 73-0, you ought to be happy. You know what? You're not. Because you've coached long enough, and you feel for the other team. You feel for those players. And it doesn't do your program any good.
1st and 10. Brownstein going to roll out, looking to throw, nothing available downfield. Pretty good coverage, and he'll have to scramble for a pickup of 5. And the clock will stop with 35.3. Snow Canyon got a little flash mob going in the stands. I don't know if you can see that for our online viewers, just left of the cheerleaders. They got the cell phones out like they're at a rock concert over there, Coach. So a rowdy little lively student section for Snow Canyon tonight.
Well, crosstown rivals. Every game in Region 9 is a crosstown rival, and the student body's living it up.
Snow Canyon 35 seconds away from a win. They're up 27-15. 12-point lead. Pick nearly but dropped over there on that far sideline. Receiver was running a go. Brownstein threw it like it was a stop route, and that could have been another turnover. Desert Hills has already got a pick 6. They fumbled a punt. They have 2 turnovers tonight. They have forced 1. Parker Olson was fumbling on a 4th and 2, and the Thunder recovered. So the turnovers, 2 for Desert Hills, 1 for Snow Canyon. But, of course, anytime you get a pick 6, that's almost like an extra turnover because it directly results in points. 3rd and 6. 31 seconds to go. Man in motion. And they'll throw it over the middle. It's caught on a little slant route by Coy Duckett. That'll move the sticks. They'll stop the clock while they move them. And then they'll wind it on the signal from the referee. They're finally set here, and they'll spike the ball with 18.9 on the clock. And it'll be 2nd down and 10. Desert Hills in a whole bit of trouble here, down by 12, and they're at their own 38-yard line. Old hook and ladder or something crazy here, Coach?
Yeah, they need to get a little bit creative. I'm a little bit surprised with Snow Canyon's defense. They're not back in playing deep quarters. They're staying in a little bit of a cover 3, maybe a little bit of a 4-2-5 look, but leaving a lone safety deep in the middle.
They'll throw it underneath. Duckett makes a nice catch to keep it off the turf. He'll try to get out of bounds, and he does get out of bounds. The clock will stop. It won't be a 1st down, but it'll be a pickup of 8. 3rd and 2, 12 seconds to go in the game. Again, coming up, Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Dr. Cody and the staff make your kids feel right at home. New patient special, just $99. Exam, cleaning, and x-rays. See why so many parents choose Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Longtime great post-game sponsor here of local sports. We've got the scores, we've got the highlights, we've got the awards all coming up. Put a bow on the night in the region openers. Brownstein going to take a shot. One-on-one. Stuckey behind the defense down inside the 20. There's 4.8 on the clock. They're going to have to snap it and spike it quickly if they want to take a shot to the end zone. They're lining up quickly. And they will wind the clock. 3 and 2. And he's got to spike it. He does with 1.3 on the clock. So 1 play remaining, barring a penalty here for Desert Hills.
Wow, this goes back to what I said a minute ago. I'm absolutely shocked that Snow Canyon was not in like a cover 4 prevent or even a 3 deep zone under or even man under. And left somebody out on an island there. And Stuckey got behind the corner here. As you can see.
Good pass.
Yeah, a good pass, good route by Stuckey, but a surprise for me on the defensive formation.
Stuckey now over 100 yards with 3 catches in the second half. And a touchdown. Brownstein taking a shot into the end zone. Duck it! Couldn't bring it in, and that'll do it. Game over. That used all the remaining time. And Snow Canyon going to stamp the win 27-15. Looked like Duckett maybe tried to wrap around the defender to dive and make that catch. We'll take another look.
Yeah, and you know what, Devin? I think if the game was, in the third quarter, they throw a flag on that. I think here as you watch a little bit of hand contact here with 17, but end of the game, they're not going to make that flag. They're not going to throw that.
Yeah, I was right at the end there. It looked like right there, that ball, and he's got the inside track on that ball, and he just couldn't bring it in. Wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game, though. 27-15, the final score. And for Desert Hills, they won their season opener. They've now lost 4 games in a row. They had a really tough preseason, but in the region home opener, they come up short tonight. And Snow Canyon, after getting shut out last week for their first loss of the season, 38-0 at Woods Cross, they are now 4-1 and, more importantly, 1-0 in region play.
Well, and when I talked to Coach Esplin early, he mentioned that they were a little bit dinged up. They had some kids that were not going to be playing or going to be limited, and they'd have a few more kids playing, two-way. So this is a big, big win for Snow Canyon. They got to feel good about themselves. Desert Hills on the flip side, you know what? You got to take this. You got to learn from it, and it never gets easy in this region.
Big second half. We were thinking this was going to be a low-scoring game. Let's show you some of the second half highlights if you tuned in a little bit late as we get going with our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. We got a lot to do here. Seth Brown, this was the opening drive of the half. Seth Brown comes in. I think it's 3rd and goal from the 9, and Brown, the backup to Andresen, takes it in for the score.
And they took about 8 minutes off the clock on that first drive, Devin. They came out and really controlled the line of scrimmage.
And Parker Olson, the very next drive, this was a great answer.
That's a great answer.
Yep, Parker Olson from 3-4 yards out.
One possession each on that third quarter. Those long drives really ate up the clock.
Allred had 2 field goals tonight. This one a 20-yarder. Right through the uprights. Told you he won the Region 9 golf tournament. He's playing 2 fall sports. He's the kicker on the football team and a heck of a golfer for the Warriors. And Brownstein then late. This wasn't over there to Stuckey. Somebody missed maybe an assignment there. He slipped away. And then Stuckey, just like his dad Bob at SUU back in the glory days, taking it to the barnyard for little Boogie.
I think he gets this talent from his mom.
Good for Stuckey, though. I mean, senior, big second half, including that 62-yarder. And then they almost had another one there, but the final 27-15. Snow Canyon has won tonight. All right, don't go away. When we come back, we hand out awards. And we wrap up the whole night with all the final scores from around the region and some scores from around the state. Here it's a final, 27-15 on the Wilkinson South Lighting scoreboard. Snow Canyon beats Desert Hills.
It's Marco from Coral Canyon Golf Course inviting you to play the course with the best backdrop in southern Utah. Make sure you get out and experience great golf for a great price at Coral Canyon. Visit coralcanyongolfcourse.com or call us at 435-688-1700 for your tee times.
Your child's sports journey starts with the City of St. George Recreation. From their first steps on the court or field to becoming a star player, our youth sports programs are here to develop talents and teamwork skills. So get out and play. Check out all the sports and get signed up at sgcityrec.org.
We love giving back to our community, and over the years, we have provided vehicles for families in need, supported local charities, and helped train our first responders. Dealer Collision, your place for collision repair.
As a local business owner, it's important to get the word out about your business. More people equals more revenue for you. Get your business in front of over 160,000 people in southern Utah each week with St. George News. Contact St. George News today.
Relatives coming to visit? Not enough room? Maybe you're looking to host a family reunion and need a house with a pool. Red Rock Vacation Rentals has got you covered. From 2-bedroom condos to 10-bedroom luxury homes, they truly have something for everyone. Visit stgeorgeutahvacationrentals.com.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
At Great Harvest, we believe in crafting more than just bread.
we provide crisp, garden-fresh salads and savory sandwiches. Everything from garden-fresh ingredients to our signature handcrafted bread. Our friendly staff will guide you to find a meal that will leave you craving seconds. At Great Harvest, we truly provide something for everyone. And don't forget our baked goods. Satisfy your sweet tooth and finish your meal with a brownie or cinnamon roll. Come visit us at Great Harvest.
Hi there, Dr. Cody Johnson from Johnson Pediatric Dentistry. Just like any good sports team needs a game plan, your child's dental health needs one too. Call us or check us out online. Don't forget to ask for our new patient special. Johnson Pediatric Dentistry, keeping your kids' teeth in championship form.
At Findlay Subaru, we win for our customers. From the first handshake to you driving off the lot, our team runs the perfect game plan every time. Score your next Subaru at Findlay Subaru, 1453 Sunland Drive, on the saving side of the freeway.
Hey, welcome back, everybody. Glad you're with us. Thank you for hanging out with us every Friday night. Make plans. Fan Sports Network. We're bringing you double headers, 2 games on the live stream every single week. We've got 2 more exciting games coming your way next week. We'll tell you about in just a minute, but let's put a bow on this one. 27-15, the final score, as Snow Canyon has beaten Desert Hills, and we're here in the Grass Creek Construction broadcast booth, and Devin Dixon, Coach Rick Barry, and Coach. Some work to be done for Desert Hills, and a nice bounce back after losing like they did on the road to a big Woods Cross team, a bigger classification. And this is what you'd want to see if you're Coach Mike Olson. You come out here, you put up 27 on a good defense. And how about the Warriors' defense tonight? I thought they played really well for most of the night.
Yeah, I thought they did. I think Coach Esplin and Zach and that staff had a good game plan coming in. They stacked the box a lot, brought a lot of pressure, and really forced Desert Hills to throw the ball and get out of their comfort zone a little bit. It's interesting because there's not a week off. When you get into region play, it's a battle every single week. So both teams, they're going to come in the morning, we're going to watch film, they're going to learn from it, they'll break it down and say, okay, where do we need to make adjustments and changes? And then you're right back at it Monday morning, ready for another Friday night in region where so much parity. Devin, we talked about that early. I love the parity in Region 9 tonight because Region 9 this year, because you don't know week to week what's going to happen.
It's a final here, 27-15. It's a final. Crimson has won 21-16. Heck of an effort from Hurricane.
Especially when you say, the line was 25 points.
Yeah.
You put money on that line. That's a good bet there. But we said this earlier. Hurricanes really turned the corner. They're competitive. They had a lot of kids back from last year. They're going to be in every game they play.
Yeah. Might be able to Dusty's checking to see if we got some second half highlights from that Hurricane game. We'll get you those in our Region 9 recap here in just a minute. But we got some awards to get to here first and foremost in our Johnson Pediatric Dentistry postgame show. Coach, I kind of called the pick 6 as the Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game. You felt like lights was out when Trayvon took it in.
That was the last nail.
Yeah,
that really was a good play, and he's had a great game throughout the night anyway. So he read that, got underneath that out route, and he had help over the top. He realized that, and watched the quarterback's eyes, and he jumped that route for a pick 6. Definitely deserving of the award.
All right, that's your Appliance Wholesalers Plus Playmaker Play of the game. Go see the boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart. We love you guys at AWP. They've been with me and wherever I've been doing sports for 20 years, sponsoring local sports. So if you need to go shop local and save at AWP. Let's go to our Jersey Mike sub of the game, Coach. Anything coming to mind there? I mean, you went with Gavin Young. You came back to Brownstein. He did have the pick 6, but he did do some nice things there, not knowing if he was going to play or not tonight. I think Brownstein deserves some credit in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, Devin, when you're told during the week that you've gone from 1 to 2, and now you're back up. And I'm sure he got plenty of reps during the week, but it's got to be disheartening of being replaced. It's never easy.
Senior. He's a senior.
He's senior, and then at halftime you're told, okay, now you're going to be the guy again. That's really hard to come off the bench and be ready to go and get in the flow in a hurry. Now, they did have a great opening drive with him, behind center, but I credit that obviously to the offensive line and the running of Andresen of saying, okay, we got to get back to who we are. And they did a little bit too late in the ball game.
Yeah, but Max Brownstein, great job coming in. He is your Jersey Mike's sub of the game, a sub above the rest, out by Utah and Southern Utah Jersey Mike's. Get it Mike's way with all the salt and pepper and oil and vinegar. It's Jersey Mike's. One more award, our Findlay Subaru Star of the Game, Coach. Dust settled, Snow Canyon's won it. Probably going to be a Warrior tonight.
Yeah, I've got to go with a quarterback that I have not seen play until tonight. I was impressed with Olson. I thought he did a lot of good things. He did a lot of pre-reads that were right. But then what I really was impressed with, pre-read wasn't there. And from 1 to 2 to 3, the progression that I saw him and recognized coverages where he was going to have an open receiver and check back to that. I was really impressed with the quarterback play from Olson tonight.
All right, your Findlay Subaru Star of the Game, Parker Olson, Snow Canyon Warriors. Through that long 62-yarder to Cameron Hill. That was beautiful. The only touchdown in the first half. Ran in another one there in crunch time to kind of answer after Desert Hills had marched down the field in the third quarter and scored on their opening possession to cut it into that lead to 10-7, and then he extended it back out on that quarterback keeper. Really nice night for Parker Olson. I don't have the final Scooters Coffee stats in front of me, but two total touchdowns.
One thing I really like, though, Devin, and he led this in the second half. They were throwing the ball on first down. He was very accurate. They were moving the chains, and they had 2nd and 2, 2nd and 3 a lot in the second half. That opened the playbook of, okay, we can run it, we can throw it. It keeps the defense, on their heels a little bit because it's not, we got to throw the ball because it's 3rd and 10.
Yep.
So I thought he did a really nice job of completions in that second half on first down.
And I think you got to give the Snow Canyon coaches some credit, don't you? I mean, they had a quarterback in Lounsbury that was doing some nice things last year, supplanted last year's starter, Joe Mack Smith. Halfway through the season, they bring him in. You think, okay, you get the sophomore some experience. He's going to be the guy. In the offseason, Olson played so well, they decided to move Lounsbury back to outside backer and tailback, and Lounsbury had a nice game tonight.
The nice thing about that is you get all your athletes on the field.
100%.
And that makes a big, big difference. If you've got somebody that's a great athlete, you can put him in running back, you can put him in the slot, you can put him other places, and we bring a quarterback in that's as talented, well, now I got all my athletes on the field.
All right, we're not done yet. That's your Johnson Pediatric Dentistry post-game show. Thank you, Dr. Cody, and your staff. If you need kids' dental care, see Dr. Cody at Johnson Pediatric Dentistry and ask for that new patient special, just $99. The cleaning, the exam, the x-rays, one low price. They got a third location coming soon to serve you better. When we come back, just a quick break, just a quick 60-second break. Region 9 wrap-up show, built by Bucks Ace Hardware.
Appliance or two, AWP's got you. Check out the remodeled expansive showroom, highlighting the Cafe series with colors like matte black, matte white, and modern glass. Make your kitchen stand out. Come see the local boys at AWP across the freeway from the Bloomington Walmart.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Oh, hello, Italian nightclub from Jimmy John's. Ciao, freshly baked bread piled with Italian-style meats. Hey, hand-sliced veggies. Am I obsessed with this sandwich? Yeah. So what if I am? Jimmy John's. Order online or on the app.
Best Friends Animal Sanctuary in Kanab is open daily for free family fun. Take a tour, volunteer, hike a trail, or bring home a new best friend. Visit Best Friends today for magical memories that'll last forever.
Kabuto's, St. George's #1 sushi and ramen bar. Student specials available Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Make sure and give them a follow on social media at Kabuto Utah for weekly giveaways and local events.
Hey, I was just checking the final scores. This is the Region 9 wrap-up show. Devin, Rick, staying here at Desert Hills to kind of get you all the finals, put a bow on the region openers for all of our 6 teams in Region 9. And, Coach, all 3 games now have officially went final. The Pineview-Dixie game just went final. Here in our game, again, if you're just tuning in, jump in your car, leaving one of the stadiums. We got that game in Hurricanes emptying out, that game over there at Pineview that's everybody's heading out of, and then fans still on the field here, especially Snow Canyon fans celebrating after a 27-15 win. The big play in this one came late in the game. This is the pick 6. We just moments ago named this as our AWP Playmaker play of the game. Trayvon! This pushed it up to 27 points for the Warriors. And they got everybody the Holbrook Asphalt Big Score dessert tonight at Yogurtland after the game. Buy one, get one free. Holbrook Asphalt is paying for it. Let's get you a couple highlights as this game. We put a bow on it. But let's go over to Crimson for just a second. Crimson had their hands full, but it is a final now. Hurricane, though, did not go down without a fight. Some big plays in this game. Major Stokes right there. A little rollout here. Dylan Gabriel buying time, feeding it into the end zone, but incomplete. You see another touchdown pass for Tanawai Andresen, the cousin of Isaac Andresen, as he finds Jackson Holt. That pushed it up to 14-9, if I'm not mistaken. And Hurricane went for 2 and didn't get it. Hurricane, though, was not done with the scoring. A little reverse here. And down the sideline, Jacobs, and he stepped out of bounds. But Hurricane would add a late touchdown, and the final score 21-16. Here's that final scamper near the goal line, and then able to punch it in. So Crimson does win. They're 1-0 in region play. There's that touchdown from Dylan Gabriel into the end zone for the score. But Hurricane proved they can hang with the two-time state champs tonight.
Yeah, and we talked about it earlier. I think Hurricane's going to give everybody a run for their money. They've done a nice job of turning the corner over there. The kids believe in the program. They're staying in the program. They believe in the coaching staff of what he's brought to it, not only during the season, but in the off season, in the weight room, everything else. I think they're going to be in every single game. And I said earlier in the year, don't sleep on Hurricane Tigers. They're for real. They're going to give some people some fits this year.
Van Daly opened the scoring, 7-yard touchdown. Hurricane had a Max Hutchings 25-yard field goal, so it was 7-3 at halftime. Then that Jackson Holt 14-yard touchdown that you saw from Tanawai Andresen. Then Austin McRoberts scored on a 1-yard touchdown run, but that's where the 2-point try failed, so it was 14-9 at that point. Crimson then made it 21-9 on a Jackson Holt second touchdown of the game, so he had 2 tonight. And then Dylan Gabriel, that was C.J. Trump on that last highlight in the end zone. 21-16, your final score in that one. The other game here inside of our Region 9 wrap-up show built by Bucks Ace Hardware. I want to thank Mountain Mike's Pizza, our Mountain Mover Award recipient this week. Desert Hills golfer Chase Levitt. Coach said, respected by competitors and other coaches, always sticks around, make sure the golf course is cleaned up after the Region 9 golf tournament. Chase Levitt, one of the unsung heroes in Region 9. He'll get 2 giant Mountain Mike's mountain-sized pizzas for winning that award. Appreciate the Stretch Lab. They got an intro stretch right now, normally $69. If you mention keyword radio, you get it for $39 at the Stretch Lab. That can help your pickleball. It's going to help your golf. That's going to help you be more mobile for whatever you're competing in. And tonight's wrap-up show brought to you by Kabuto Sushi and Ramen Bar. They're right next door to the Stretch Lab.
And I'm still waiting for that.
We're going to go this week.
I keep hearing that.
We're going to go.
I keep hearing that from you.
We're going to go. Also,
I can't get him to open his wallet. He's not going to do it.
Appreciate our friends at Ronnie's Mac Bar, the Back Nine Golf, Handel's Homemade Ice Cream, and Honolulu Grill. Some of our great sponsors bringing you tonight's game. Okay, one more game to get to here, Coach, and that is now a final. This was the last game to go final. Pineview has won at home tonight over Dixie by a final score of 42-14. And guess who's back?
He's back.
Brock Harris opened up the scoring, had a 15-yard touchdown pass, added a 56-yard touchdown reception from Levi Shaw, then got a 62-yarder and a 27-yarder, and then a 29-yarder. Brock Harris had 5 touchdowns. He missed last week with a bone bruise in his foot. 5 touchdowns, well north of 200 yards. Big day for Brock Harris, the BYU commit.
Wow. The BYU commit, I'm telling you what, they got to be happy. I mean, he's so talented. He's not only a great pass catcher and a receiver, he's a good blocker, Devin. He's all around. He's a special athlete.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns. He's back. Oh, boy, Brock Harris, man. I just want to sign, seal, and deliver our Finley Subaru Star of the Week on 5 touchdowns. How about Kyle Richardson, 4 touchdowns, 300 yards without Brock last week? Brock's back, 5 touchdown receptions, north of 200 yards.
And I tell you what, you got a ground game like that, and you've got a receiver like that. and a quarterback that can get him the ball. I tell you what, I said this, and I'm a broken record. You've heard me all year long say they're going to score points.
Yeah, Pineview
they're going to score points.
42-14 the final.
You know, it's going to be a matter of defensively, and the last 2 games, the defense has played a whole lot better than it did earlier in the season. They keep that up, they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, Corbin Yoakum, the only guy not named Brock Harris to score a touchdown tonight. Malafau, Troy, and Jason had touchdowns for the Flyers. They were both on touchdown runs, so Deacon Verges did not throw a touchdown pass tonight. So Pineview wins 42-14, Crimson wins 21-16, and Snow Canyon beats Desert Hills 27-15. Coach, your thoughts on those 3 finals?
Well, again, I think it's no surprise. I think this one's more of a surprise than maybe the other 2. You know, Pineview is at home. Brock coming back. I think people, even though I think it was a 1-point spread, you were probably going to give the nod to Pineview being at home. I said it before, Hurricane's going to give Crimson a great test, and they did. But that's good for Crimson. It's good to have those tight, contests. I think the preseason helped them. They played in a couple, we did the Provo game where it came down to the last second. So you like to see that. So Crimson's on top until somebody knocks them off. But there's so much parity. Week to week, you better be ready to play. You're going to get beat in Region 9.
It's been a lot of fun for the entire crew here. Dusty, Canyon, Coach Rick Berry, I'm Devin Dixon, saying hope you enjoyed the coverage every single Friday night. Next week on Friday night, let me check the fan broadcast schedule. We got 2 more games coming your way. How about Pineview at Snow Canyon, and then Desert Hills over at Crimson Cliffs. So you and I will be over at Crimson Cliffs for this Thunder team against the Mustangs.
And it's a great rivalry, and it seems like each year, even though Crimson's had the upper hand the last couple of years, the games are close, especially till the end. And I anticipate the same thing. I think defensively, they're going to regroup. Desert Hills will, and they'll be ready to go next week. So I anticipate a really close, good game.
Hey, do me a favor, if you hear our sponsors, go tell them thanks for sponsoring high school sports. Go eat at the restaurants. Go use their products and services to tell them thank you. Couldn't do doubleheaders every Friday night without great community support, and always fun to bring you the action. Here it's a final, 27-15 from Desert Hills, as Snow Canyon has won it. Again, congratulations to the Tigers. They gave a valiant effort, but Crimson gets that win, 21-16. And then the other score, 42-14, 5 touchdowns for Brock Harris tonight as Pineview beats Dixie. That's going to do it for our Region 9 wrap-up show, built by Bucks Ace Hardware. We'll see you next Friday. Don't forget, tomorrow, here on the Fan Sports Network, Rod Zundel will have the call. Utah Tech at Idaho tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll see you. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Good night, everybody.